Hey Dan, do you want to start the podcast?
I've already been recording this whole time.
I know, you know what I mean. I mean, do the fucking thing.
Thing.
You know the fucking thing, the introduction. Oh,
No, let me finish my
got it.
story. This is a
I know.
cold
I just
open
wanted to make
style story.
air. Oh, we're doing cold air opens now. I forgot.
This is a
Okay,
cold
all right.
open
Sorry,
type
my bad.
story. It's not
All
because
right,
it's
let's go ahead,
wrestling
Spunkzilla.
related.
No,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah.
wait, wait. I wanna know what a cold air open is. Is that like
A cold
tennis in
air.
the winter?
It's the kind of thing you need for your third fucking floor heat box. You need a cold air
That's
open.
true.
Uh,
I do need a cold air open.
exactly. No, I was working at Costco and they have these floor scrubbers that people would refer to as Zambonis because they're like big and you can drive them around. They stuck me on one morning. I was brand new, didn't work there.
It's
I
so hot.
accidentally bumped an end cap and knocked over
Ugh.
like a. At this point, it was like a $300 crock pot that just hit the ground, smashed into 1,000 pieces on the floor. And like I said, I'm like brand new. I'm still on probation, and I go up to the person and I'm like, "Uh, I was never trained to drive that thing, so it's not my fault that I knocked shit over." And meanwhile, like after I worked there for 5 years, I was like, the guy that I went and told that to was high on pills. He didn't give a fuck.
Guys,
Like there was no way I was going to get in any trouble. But when you're new, you have no concept. So you think like a
yeah.
manager must be in like a responsible adult.
I was gonna say, in the moment, that feels like the biggest deal in the world.
Yeah, I was
And
so fucking scared. $300 was like life and death to me, plus losing the job. But yeah, then I
Yeah.
find out like this is a person who's like just strung out on pills, absolutely gave no fucks.
when I
On
when
top
I
of the
worked
fact that
at
it's
B
Costco where like they just let you return anything anyways. They don't care if I break something.
when I worked at BJ's, people would return, which is like the same thing as Costco's. People would return Christmas trees on January 1st, like
Oh yeah.
clockwork. Everyone was bringing them
Oh
in.
yeah.
Um, no, I have a very similar story. My first day, I no call, no show because I looked at my calendar and I realized, oh my god, I was supposed to start yesterday. I didn't start. I go in, I'm like pleading to my manager, like, I know this is a terrible first impression. I'm so sorry. And they're like, what? I don't care. Go clock in.
Yes, exactly.
They'll
I
be
mean, the
like, they
fact that
weren't.
you showed up on the second day probably puts you well ahead of
Yeah, because they're like, "We're not
half the
missing
people.
you. You don't do anything yet. Like, what do we fucking care if you're here?"
You missed a day of watching videos in the break room.
Speaking
We
of
missed a
not
day
caring
of
about oh, that was my transition. We just fucking ruined it.
Estamos estampillas usando a close of artwork.
You are now tuned in to your number one radio station. Radio.
Welcome to Violent People Radio, episode 102. I am your host, Dan Rice. I am joined, as always, by Pat. Pat, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. How are you?
I am fantastic, actually. I am also joined, as always, by Orchid. Orchid, how's it going?
How you doing?
Wish you had more energy. I wish you were feeling better.
Okay, right. All right. You want me to say more fun? I'm on vacation. I'm having the time of my fucking life. Sorry, I'm in the
Hell
middle of
yeah.
using my personal humidifier. I'm trying to get uncongested so I can be.
Some weeks I can't hear it all, and some weeks it's like the loudest noise I've ever heard in my entire life. I don't know
The
what changes that.
humidify.
Yeah,
The humidifier. Oh,
yeah.
really?
It's fine. The editor gets rid of it, but there's some weeks where I'm like, there's like a constant white noise behind you.
But that's probably
Um,
my.
Speaking of vacation, Chris has abandoned us, and in his place we have Tim. Tim, how's it going?
We are back, and once again, this week we are the Dong Phallus family. Quentin, how you doing this evening? Oh shit, wrong show. Sorry.
I gotta be honest.
Speaking of,
Quentin's probably done for
Go-
podcasts for months,
Yeah.
right?
I hope, for fuck's sake.
I thought about doing some stuff like with some other, guest hosts or whatever. I've messaged people, put out some feelers, this and that. But realistically, it's better off
One
to just
second,
not
I'm
do
checking my
that show
inbox
anymore.
here, and I
Oh yeah.
do not.
I
Honestly,
think I
Tim,
missed.
when the first part of the psychology is dead GWE thing, I was very tempted to message you and be like, let's do a GWE podcast where we just read our lists and then it's done in 12
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, just read them out. Don't argue with each other even for a second. Don't even like if you say someone that I like, which will be, few and far between, I'll just be like, yeah, that guy. And then nothing else.
See,
Exactly.
I wanted you to do another bit where I wanted you to go and do like a 14-hour podcast with somebody.
That was on the table as well. There was someone I actually talked to about doing like a legit list again, like I did with Pete like 10 years ago. But then like I said, I was like, I did this 10 years ago. Quentin has to put in the work because he refused to do it 10 years ago.
Well, he was like 4, right? How old was Quentin 10 years
Yes.
ago?
Right. But he did do a ballot when he was
Yeah.
4. So what the fuck
I
were you doing,
do-
Orchid?
When I was
I do
4
think
or
it's-
6 or 10 years ago?
First one, then the
That's a
other.
good question.
When I was 4, I definitely wasn't doing GWE. 10 years ago, I was having the time of my fucking life. My first book came out. Met my wife. Didn't know she was gonna be
Nice.
my wife yet. Been all downhill since there, but it was a great year 10 years ago. I would not be on a podcast about wrestling, I wouldn't be watching wrestling, let alone talking about it fucking on 2 different podcasts a week. But here we are.
And
Love you
I do
guys.
want to say for anyone who hasn't listened to it yet, the 3-part Psychology is Dead GWE thing, it's out there, it's listenable. They actually went and did a Big Lob score for every person on their list and went through the, what strategies they employed to determine the correct number for every score. So that's why it's so long, but it's very thorough.
Yeah. And it only took us about, 5, 6 years after, the last GWE to find out that Big Lab actually stood for Black, Indigenous, Gay, Latin, African, and he was ranking which
Vagina.
ones he liked the least to best.
Was
Yeah,
it vagina or Verdain?
It was a Varanga. Or
How do you guys feel about releasing a GWE podcast where I just read out loud all 475 emails?
That I like.
Yeah.
What email? Oh, the email, what emails? What
Grimace-
475 emails?
Grimace accidentally posted everyone's ballots with their emails attached, and some people got mad about it.
Okay. Cool.
if you're not using your burner for the GWE ballot, what the fuck are we doing? Like,
It's on you,
seriously?
brother.
I don't know. I feel like childswalker@gmail.com is probably the main email.
Probably. That's true. I can't believe he's still around. Fuck.
Nothing to plug.
Me
That's still
neither.
Around.
He was old, like, again, 10 years ago. I mean, so was I, but, older.
You're not 40 yet, are you, Tim?
And not quite.
Okay.
Tim, are you older than
All
me?
right. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah, right.
Let's not
That's
say our
some
age,
pups
but are
in
you
the
older
gym.
than me?
Probably.
Just
But
probably,
only
yep,
like a
okay.
year or two, not
Okay.
like a lot.
Okay. I
Yeah.
say I'm pretty close to 40.
Actually, Orchid, what month were you born in? Because I feel like we've done this before, but I don't remember.
July.
Okay, so you are the ranking member of the podcast.
This is
That's
crazy. I'm
fucking-
the youngest person on the podcast for once.
You really are. It
That's
shows,
possible.
to be honest.
38 and carefree.
Blind in his left eye.
I'm in the prime of my life. Not true in any sense of the word.
I have not been able to stop saying which eye is the gay eye for 7 days. I can't. I feel life in me. It was just many scenarios. I told multiple people at work about it. No one's laughed, but I think it's fucking hilarious.
No
Okay,
one's
my
laughing
wife
at
laughed. My wife thought it was fun.
That's the only laugh that matters.
I'll let her know.
I didn't plan anything for this. I didn't realize Orchid was on vacation. What are you doing? You're just hanging out at the house? Hanging out?
Well, like my wife's immunocompromised and I'm disabled, so like we don't really, do a whole lot anyway. No, what we're doing is we got a little Airbnb in Dripping Springs, Texas. We're not there now. But like we took a week off and Um, yeah, I'll be when we're not in Dripping Springs, I'll be applying for new jobs. So yeah, no, I mean, this is after the week I had at Austin Community College. Shout out to the Riverbats. I could not be fucking happier to talk.
Um, the fuck was I gonna say? Oh, disabled and immunocompromised. It sounds like you guys should have been on a cruise catching the hantavirus.
We would be having a blast.
That sounds
Yeah,
like a
we
perfect.
saw when we were watching Dynamite last night. We saw a Royal Caribbean ad. I was like, too soon. Like, I don't. Is this or do you have to like do more ads right now? You know what I mean? It's like, you might not die, but you minimum you'll shit your pants out for a second.
You buy the dip, brother. That's when they're on their P's and Q's, right? Like after they
Good
fuck things
point.
up, that's when they're gonna be
It's
at
a
their
good,
best.
it's a
Yeah.
good point.
And all right, so violent people. Did you see that Joey Janela canceled
Oh,
his cruise?
I'm in my own. Fuck.
I know. So like,
And this is because of
violent people meetups
that
over.
show that the whatever. Oh, I was gonna say this is because of that Kevin guy dunking on him on Twitter about his dead wife or whatever. Joey Janela is just like done with everything now.
I wish I knew what you were talking about. I really feel left out.
Yeah,
This is
let's
like
get. Can we
this
get
is
caught up
fresh,
on the
fresh.
Joey? Yeah, let's do it. I missed it too. I missed the deleted tweet. I just saw it 5 minutes ago.
Well, they're all of them. Joey Janela through or Brett through Joey. I mean, Pat probably knows more about this. The only like frame of reference that I have on this, and this might be breaking style news, only because I shouldn't even be saying this because who fucking cares? This Kevin from PWI, Kevin McElevany or whatever, he did a tribute show for his wife who was dead or dying at the time a few years ago at a WrestleMania. My only frame of reference for why I even care or reference this show is that at one point Daniel Makabe was booked on this show, and then the match he was supposed to have got canceled. And when the Kevin tried to like rebook for something else, at one point he was going to try to get him to wrestle, and then my brain just completely fucking drops out. God damn it! What is the Orchid? Maybe you know this. What is the name of the girl who is the daughter of the guy who owns 666? Actually, Pat probably knows
No,
this.
no
Is
idea.
it
Probably
Ram?
Pat.
Ram
Yeah,
Kaito?
Yes.
Ram
Yeah.
Caucho. At one point, they were going to book Dan versus Ram Caucho, and I did everything in my power to get Dan to agree to it, and he refused. Um, and that would have been epic. And I always remember that show because
Ugh.
it's like the match that didn't happen because of Daniel Makabe refusing to be fun for once in his goddamn life. So, anyways, Kevin got called
Went
out by
so
Joey
fucking
Janela
hard.
for not basically like throwing his money in to help book like Dragon Gate wrestlers. And then Kevin was just like, "You mean the show that I like made no money off of and was 100% meant just like as a memorial for my dead wife, and all of the profits that I made I gave to like charity for my dead wife who is dead and dying and she's dead? You mean that show?" And then and then Joey Janela deletes the tweet, obviously. But then Brett is like, "No, fuck that." And he comes back and he's like, "Yeah, that show with your dead dumbass wife, the one that you agreed to give me money for."
Your dead wife wants Dragon Gate wrestlers. You got to pay up. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Those are the
It's
exactly.
rules.
true. I mean, that's economics 101.
Right. I
Sorry,
mean,
you
listen,
can't.
dead wives don't put dollar bills in Yo's tights.
Sympathy doesn't buy airline tickets. I'm sorry.
I feel
Speaking of
like
like
right
terrible
now
wives,
Andrade could I feel like right now Andrade could get away with dedicating a match to someone's dead wife and then like hashtagging it Latino male.
Yes.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, that would turn
what
me
was
on.
the F to M thing that he was tweeting out for a while that he didn't realize? That was
Somebody,
good.
somebody said that he looked like he was a telenovela wife, and he was like, that, yeah, he basically was like, yeah, that's me, an FTM, real Latino. I
Which
didn't
is
realize that he
again,
didn't realize what that meant. I've been in my head just being like, he's trans this entire time.
I was trying to not, make this reference when you said Dripping Springs, but F to M again, it's like, are we talking about vacation or my love life?
Dunk. That's him. He's here 1 week. Spunkzilla, some
Yeah.
might say.
Tip your waitress.
no, since we're getting into the dirty indie underworld, you guys all see what Chrissy Tremont said about Jeff Cannonball?
No.
Oh,
Said
fuck.
she said it's not
She
funny at
said
all.
his review of the Dr. Brown's Cell Ray soda was completely off base. She said that shit is delicious, and Jeff Cannonball is full of shit for saying that it's bad. No, that is not what she said.
No, I think she said about him dying, "Ha, that's karma." But then here's the thing, people, they always got him take it too far. I see people on there saying that Tara and Matt are worse than the fucking Rottens, and it's like, come on.
Yeah,
There's
which is
because they
also
made a mean
like,
comment?
which also she's wasting it because the best joke you could do about that would be that it was karma when Amazing Kong miscarried because
Oh,
her name was
shit.
Karma, right? You get what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like it's
I
a
know, I
funnier,
100% will get what you're saying.
yeah, yeah. But that's it's not nice, but it's funnier.
Starting off hot this week.
Make sure
Yeah.
make sure you're writing down episode title because that feels like something in there would have been good.
He's talking so fast. That's a good point, though. I got to get on top of that. Good call.
It's because I
your
listen to
job.
podcasts on 3x speed, so I talk on like 2x
Oh my God.
speed. Anyways,
I'm gonna go ahead and plug Worn Out Tapes number 6. Porks has Justice and a Bastard on because I started it on accident. I don't know how I did this. At 0.75, and I thought something was wrong with our boy Porg. I was like, "What's wrong with his voice? Why does he sound like this? Is he okay?" It took me 2 minutes before I realized I had it on 0.75. He's doing fine. Great episode.
Nice.
Catch it out.
Nice. Slowing it down. That's what I like to hear.
chopped and
Yeah. Take your
screwed. Yeah.
time.
Everyone listen to this
Yeah.
in 0.5.
Padded 0.5 would be terrifying.
I already don't like listening to the show because I think I sound like Eeyore, and I don't want to hear myself slower, taking even longer mid-sentence pauses. That's brutal, man. I don't want to see that.
I don't
I
think you
think you
sound like
have
Eeyore, but I love Eeyore, so it's fine.
when you said that, all I can imagine, like for a year and a half, like I just imagined Eeyore on this podcast. It was fucking delightful. Um,
Related to that, Pat, are you familiar with this thing where you take like the Osmonds and you play it on 33 and it sounds like death metal?
No, but I can imagine it.
Yeah, it's a kind of a
In
thing
fact,
that's
I'm
on like
imagining it right now.
it's pretty sick, man. Like take some stuff that's like 60s, 70s pop music, put it on your turntable, play it on the 33, and it'll sound like the deepest, like crunchy ass fucking stoner metal that you've ever heard.
That actually reminds me of there was someone, I think it might have been Contra Unit, was using Super 16 by Noi as their music in MLW. And I always thought that was
Oh,
awesome because, that's just that's a song that more people should have clued into because it's just the song Super by Noi played at half speed. They didn't have enough songs for the record. So, like, here's a version at 16 RPM. Here's a version at 78 RPM. That's side two. Enjoy.
nice.
But the
Um,
16 RPM version sounds so good.
that honestly kind of makes sense because that guy who's like the almighty Sheik, Joseph whatever, that was like the Contra Units guy, and I think he's like a Booker office guy for MLW. Like he absolutely seems like one of these wrestling dudes who's like a cool hang, but absolutely is just like probably a complete piece of shit otherwise. And I'm sure that was his idea. Like he would be the one who,
I
because
think he was the one using the music.
yeah, it wouldn't be fucking Jacob Fatu who came up with that. Love Jacob, hung out with him a couple times. Very cool dude. He does not know jack shit about Noi.
Dan, Orchid, do you two know shit about Noi?
I know
I can't.
shit about shit. Speaking of Jacob Fatu, let's get into Clash in Italy. Match by match breakdown.
I like to call it shittily.
Do we have anyone from Italy in the Discord?
Not in the
Italy?
Discord, but
Good.
literally like my sister-in-law and all of my nieces and nephews are Italian and Italian citizens, but I still call it that.
So call it shittily. Let me look real fast. I'm gonna make sure before I make fun of Italy, I want to see where do they show up on the rankings of people that visit the site. Oh, they're not even top 10. Ireland is number 2, and I don't know how Porrick is like doing it. And I'm just so sure that he's funneling traffic here from Ireland.
Pretty sure that was the second. I think that was the number 2 country for patron saints this week too, which
Ireland?
really confused me. Yeah, yeah.
Italy
Shout out to
Italy is
Chile,
way down here.
Mamma Mia. I take responsibility for that.
Chile? We got more Chile than Italy, so
Mm, let's go.
alright, so it doesn't sound like you guys watched Clash in Italy. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
That's very
I
fair.
I saw Julia when they showed Julia in the front row. I saw a clip of that. That's like the closest thing to watching something. I saw a bit of Brock
It's
Lesnar beating
it's
Obafemi. Oh, go ahead.
it's Gulia, not Julia.
Yeah, yeah.
Get it right.
Julia Gulia.
Gabagolia.
Gulia. Um, imagine imagine putting yourself back, watching 2019 through 2021 Stardom and seeing the Mafia Bellas, the tag team that everyone loves and remembers, and thinking which one of them is going to be, the top women's champion of an American company and one of the most highly lauded top stars according to podcasts that like dog shit wrestling, and finding out that it's Tekla. You would be shocked.
Yeah, that
Literally, the
Hey,
only person who's gonna know what the fuck I'm talking about is probably like JML. Like, hopefully JML's listening. What's up, bro?
um I mean, I did think it was pretty cool to tackle spit on the Stardom logo last night. Unfortunately, she
Yeah.
did ramble for like 7 minutes beforehand, but that was the most she's ever sounded like a Nazi to me, and I did enjoy that.
Ah, that's some good stuff. Yeah.
so Athena versus Suri is happening. We all excited about that?
I've worked myself into shoot and decided it's has that been announced? That hasn't been
That's been
announced,
that's
has
been
it?
announced. It's been announced as
Oh,
of 33
that's
minutes ago.
gay.
Oh.
Not the cool
Nice.
gay too.
Oh. I get it.
Razor Ramon Cool Gay, the least
Yeah.
remembered member of Hustle roster. Yeah.
What were you hoping for?
Natsupoi. You kidding? I'm hanging on by a thread here. When my Natsupoi AW debut?
Here's the issue with that. If Natsupoi showed up in AEW, she would probably bring her dumbass husband, and then we'd have to watch him have another stinker in an AEW show.
I mean, you know what? Why we should not be talking about AEW. Just because Tim's here doesn't mean we have to talk about AEW, right?
That's true.
Agreed? Agreed?
Agreed.
MJF versus Roosh. Pretty good.
Yeah?
Sorry, just kidding. All right.
That's
No,
what I'm hearing.
what about
Actually,
wrestling?
on the Rouge point, this is not fully AEW related, but I was reading the comments section of someone's review of the show, and it's amazing how many people hate Rouge just because their reasoning is just like he's so selfish. I'm just like, you
It's true.
fucking people.
It's so
That's true.
stupid.
It makes me so mad. I mean, not mad enough to actually do anything about it, but mad enough to mention it on the podcast.
Here's the thing. How fucking selfish is Roosh really? Because, like, how many other of your favorite wrestlers can you think of got their dad a job, right? Roosh at least gets his dad and his brother's jobs. All the other motherfuckers that these people who say he's shellfish, they love, they're not doing that shit. The only person who comes close is Roman. So if your like bar to entry is not being selfish, it's like Roman. He gets everybody in his family. We got Crisis on Infinite Cousins with Roman Reigns. Then Rouge, who gets his entire family a job. And then who else? Who else is getting their dad a job like Rouge? No one. Fuck off. Will Ospreay can't even get his best friend, the little rapist, no man, a job.
Yet.
It's fair. And also,
Jon
I think the
Moxley-
part of the
Go ahead.
I think that's part of like a lot of people are upset because they're convinced that he did get Robbo that job at Eve.
Eve.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
they
that's-
seem to miss the
that was
fact that
the-
he was working there for so long. Yeah, but that's an enjoyable little bit of misinformation. Wrestling fans love being accurate all the time.
Well,
That was the
people
only
just-
way that the
just see a
turf
selfie.
company would hire Robbo, right? Ospreay had to go to bat for him.
Is there any wrestling where I'm allowed to
Sorry,
talk
Dan.
about though, Orchid?
I'm sorry.
I mean, I know you wanted us to watch MLW. Unfortunately, like, I was really busy, so I didn't get a chance to.
I don't
Did
believe
anybody?
you. You're on
Did
vacation.
anybody else? I was at work. We just got on
I
vacation.
watched MLW. Dan,
Yeah, I watched every second of it.
we gotta talk about this
Are we
MLW.
starting
Uh,
with MLW?
We're starting with
people are
MLW.
gonna tune out after this, but sure.
Nah, you're gonna rush to the
Wait,
fucking
did you guys change the format?
speakers.
I mean, the format is just whatever we want the format to be.
What
The
the
format's
hell?
evolving.
I've been waiting for what did you watch this week?
Well, we
I had a
watched
bunch of stuff.
That's what
MLW
we're
this
doing.
week. We both watched
Well,
MLW this
speak
week.
for yourself. Some of us, some of us don't believe in supporting a fucking company that would name their main program after something as dangerous as fusion energy. What do you do
Well,
with all the nuclear waste, Dan?
let me throw this back at you. All I hear about is that I'm a misogynist. I talk about MLW nonstop. First two matches, both women's matches.
Both women's. Both women's.
There was
We were
four
trying to
women.
do a. I was trying to get us to do a bit where we all pretended we didn't watch MLW, but Pat refused to because he's very angry at you for having to watch MLW, which
So
I am as well.
you did watch MLW.
We all watched MLW. Happy
Thank
birthday.
God. Thank God.
Okay, but here's the thing. The idea that like, the first two matches are women it's not really like a strong case for it not being misogynist. Their point is like get the women out of the way.
They're also the
Just like, throw
co-main
them out there,
event.
get it over with. Yeah. It's like foreplay, basically. It's like going down on a woman, basically.
Well-
Get it out of the way, get it over with.
I'm gonna be honest, Tim, that
Well-
doesn't hold up your specific argument because the semi-main was also a women's match.
Exactly.
Right. With
They had to get out of the way the low card people like Priscilla Kelly, Shotzi, Scarlett Bordeaux, Aaliyah James. They had to get rid of the people no one's interested in seeing, so that we could have a semi-main match of someone called Zamaya,
who's
who,
absolutely
as
terrible.
far as
Austin
oh,
Aries.
yeah, no, I was about to say she fucking sucks.
Austin Aries,
here's the
Matt
thing.
Riddle. These guys support women.
That's true.
I'm like the only motherfucker, I guess, on the planet Earth who talks, on podcasts, who was familiar with Zamaya before this because of unfortunately being from like the Southwest territory. I've seen her live multiple times. I've seen her wrestling in Pacific Northwest Indies. I've told everyone who would listen that she's dog shit and she sucks, and I cannot believe they keep booking her. And somehow Court Bauer has not been answering any of my emails. And he brought her in for some reason. She is terrible. And I was shocked hearing people being like, this is the first time they're exposed to her, because I feel like I've spent the past 2 years wishing that she would fucking disappear.
Listen, if Court Bauer answered your emails but not mine, I'd freak the fuck out.
Oh, we know. We're aware.
I'm just saying, I can get fucking free tickets to AEW anytime I want. I can't get an email back from MLW.
I mean, all the stars are there.
Crazy.
That's true. He's got a lot of work. He's busy.
I forgot what I was gonna say about MLW. So if we all watch it, we should probably not start with it, or should we start with it?
I mean, I am not convinced that there's a ton to talk about with MLW. I watched this 2-hour double episode MLW Fusion, which instead of being a 2-hour special,
They
was
just put two
literally
episodes together.
they just put 2 episodes butt to butt and called it a 2-hour special because
They say
the
next
first
week for a
hour-
bunch of shit.
exactly.
It's so good.
I think the thing I
I-
appreciated the most. No, sorry. Go ahead, Pat. I want to
No, I
hear what
just-
you have to say.
It's amazing that he has taken MLW and whatever character that it had previously has just kind of turned into like ordering NXT on Temu. It doesn't, I mean, they kept showing those video segments of like the MLW update, MLW news, blah blah blah. And the way that those were made, the way that they look, the way that they sound, I kept waiting for the announcer's voice to start doing that thing from the video that went viral, where the AI tried to say WWE and started going like, "Whoop, whoop, 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 whoop." Like that is kind of the level of production quality we're dealing with here. It just looked like Court said, "Well, I filmed some shows. I was counting on I was counting on getting the AMC deal instead of TNA or something. And then he said, "Well, I guess we got to put this shit out. We already made it," and just did so in the cheapest and least exciting way possible.
They
Tim,
taped
though,
this
as someone
4
who is
months
in the
ago.
Southwest, as someone who is in the Southwest Territory, were you aware that Las Vegas's favorite son, Killer Cross, is now bargain bin DDP?
I Okay, so here's the thing. Unlike, you, unfortunately, you're more committed to, everything, it feels like. You actually watched everything. I skipped a ton of the bullshit in between because that's like how I watch wrestling, which does turn this like 3-hour show into basically like 45 minutes if you only watch the wrestling and skip a ton of the junk. So I did not see a lot of what you're talking about with the DDP thing. Other than,
Okay, well,
the normal Killer Cross thing, which is like the fact that basically half of his gimmick is just that his wife is way hotter than he deserves.
again, like DDP, but the
Oh,
so I've got my notes here. Killer Cross, he had his hair tied back like 1999 DDP. He
Yeah,
was
yeah.
smoking a cigar during the press
I
conference.
saw
He
that.
seems to be leaning into some kind of Jersey affectations in the way he talks.
He's not even a
He's got
Jersey
the rings on.
guy.
Is he from New Jersey?
No, he's Puerto
no.
Rican.
Okay, wow. I mean, I don't see
Sorry.
that as a negative like you do, but
Well,
I'm just saying Puerto
okay,
Ricans aren't
hold
allowed to
on.
be Jersey guys.
Well, okay, for starters, he's from quote New York City, which place with no Puerto Ricans, from my experience.
No, I
yeah,
mean,
it's
And
all
also,
New
you're
you're
York.
allowed to
claiming
be. No, you're allowed to be a Puerto Rican from New York. You're not allowed to be Puerto Rican from Jersey. It's just it
Either
doesn't work
way,
that way.
they have this press conference bit in the news updates where they're in a parking lot with the wind blowing everywhere. You can see a loose ring of fans surrounding them, no actual press, and Killer Cross is giving what's billed as a press conference, talking about like, he's just swearing the entire time.
He's swearing a
And
lot.
that made me it would be so awesome if during the AEW unveiling press conference, the Young Bucks came out and it's like, I'm gonna kick their fucking head in.
I
So
hate
you
to
didn't miss
stop
anything.
you.
The only other note I have from the backstage stuff is, quote, Riddle looks like he's dead, which he
Sure.
does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I can confirm that.
I have to quickly shout out. Yeah, Dan has firsthand experience. Quickly shout out like Cease to Exist podcast, the Stink Sheet, where one co-host Jagger said that Riddle's hair color right now, that certain shade of burgundy, is the color that grunge rock bands members would dye their hair right before they committed suicide. So yeah, that's where Riddle is at. So
We
he
can only
definitely
hope.
looks like he's either dead or about to die.
I assumed that he was just accidentally spilling gasoline into his hair.
Hopefully. We can only pray. But I do have to jump back very quickly. Orchid, there's a fucking term. There's New York Rican. There isn't New Jurican, okay? It's a thing.
yeah, I mean,
Are you New York splaining?
Orchid
No, I'm just
ordered
I'm
me
just
a
fucking with Orchid.
Orchid
I
ordered me a
appreciate it.
New Jurican sandwich before the episode started.
I did not. I wish I did. I should though. I should
No. You
is what I
guys are
should do.
pissing me off, though. We have to start
on one second.
Shotzi Blackheart
I'm gonna
versus
send you
Priscilla Kelly.
I'm
You
gonna
guys are
send your
just
sister
gonna
$10 really
you're
quick
just
on Venmo. Hold on, give me 1 second.
you guys are just gonna gloss over that? That's a great first
Okay,
match.
so
How are we all feeling about Priscilla Kelly? Not
I think
wrestling
she's progressing.
wise, looks wise. Because I think there was a moment there in NXT where she was really peaking. No,
I do think she's regressing a bit because I don't know if anyone else watched the Do or Die. I mean, someone must have. We talked about it on the show, the Do or Die match in GCW at New Year's Eve between these two.
yeah.
This was like so low energy compared to that.
Yeah,
That
completely.
match was so much. It was so much sillier, but it was also so much more intense. This was kind of like, okay, we're going to treat this like we're doing a match for WWE Evolve. We're just going to get in and out, do our job. Even Shotzi, who normally does crazy, silly stuff, didn't seem like she was feeling especially crazy or silly.
You say all this. Second best match of the night.
Yes, no,
I won't argue with you.
I've got my match ratings here. This is
Are you
this is
talking
no,
about
this is
episode
one of
1 or both episodes?
but I do both episodes. But I do need to talk about
Okay.
Priscilla Kelly. As we're gonna objectify her, I didn't mention this when I talked about my Discovery Cove, but the way I spotted her and Zach is my sister said, "Check out that girl's ass."
I mean, you didn't have to tell us that. Like, I
No, but
mean,
you guys want to talk about her body? Her body's doing enough to get a sister to tell her
I was
brother to
gonna
check the
say,
butt out, and I did. And I was like,
your
"Hey,
sister,
that's Zach
your
wins."
sister is not blind.
Yeah, she's got eyes. Not like me. I only have 1.5.
Yeah, she said, "Check out that girl's ass," and you had to turn your full
I
body
turned
to
out
look.
like, wait, she's on my left. I gotta turn my head. Um,
wait, does your eyesight make you bisexual at the moment?
I never got clearance on like which
That's a good
which is the
point.
guy. I
I
asked.
think
It's
I
kind of
actually I think it makes him like demisexual, half sexual.
Ah, it was kind of interesting, just to quickly reference this when with Pat saying that this is like an evolve an evolve style match. To just remember and throw back to the fact that Priscilla Kelly was part of the whole email leak that almost killed Evolve thing. So yeah, she's bringing that energy
Um,
back to the indies.
Also, Shotzi versus Priscilla Kelly happened in the original Evolve for sure.
Yes,
Yeah,
maybe there was
no, for
definitely a
sure.
match that probably. I don't know if Priscilla Kelly ever wrestled a match in
I'm gonna
Evolve.
look it up.
I think she was just Austin Theory's like a valet or whatever.
We've
I
been
think
talking a little bit
she
about.
technically did at least one for
Oh
Mania
yeah,
weekend
yeah.
because I
Evolve
saw
118.
Yep, there it is.
We've been talking a bit about doing some like streams, and I think a really good idea would be to make Pod Drag watch every Shotzi Blackheart and Priscilla Kelly match.
Yes,
That's a good bit, right?
that should be a worn
I'm
out
gonna
tapes episode.
I gotta be
should be.
honest.
I'm gonna Google.
The last 3 I watched, pretty good.
Before this one.
No,
Before
no,
this
no.
one.
Counting this one. This one's pretty good.
Oh, sweetie pie.
so I'm gonna say, Dan, I did match ratings for each of them just for my own purposes. And I started doing this at the start of the show, and by the end of the 2 hours, this was one of 2 matches I rated above like 1/2 of a star.
Yeah, that adds up.
So that is why it is the second best match of the night.
Yeah, I'm
Because
not arguing that.
oh man,
But that's pretty good to you?
Listen, it's better than any match Shoko Nakajima had in MLW.
You go fuck yourself.
Uh,
You leave your sweet, beautiful, tall
You
Japanese Ohioan wife
you think
alone.
one of the Delmi EXO matches were better? The Viva Van match,
We don't.
whatever it was.
Why are we grading on a curve? As if like
Because
that's how it works?
MLW
Like,
MLW gets special treatment on the podcast. If you don't like it, go on a different podcast.
well today the special treatment is just that we're talking about it as much as we are.
You don't know how much I'm gonna edit this to pieces. This episode's gonna be 14 minutes long. It's gonna sound like you guys love this show.
I do
No,
know that it
this
is.
was obviously
what we
awful. This was awful. I waited 4 fucking months, and they just shoved 2 episodes, 2 of the worst episodes of Fusion they've had before, into a 2-hour thing. I mean, if you're a freak, watch Austin Aries versus Trevor Lee. That's it. Also, are any of these British people canceled? The Coffee Brothers,
yes,
Brooks.
absolutely.
Well, see,
Also, I think they're not
sometimes just
British.
assume. What are they?
They're from Scotland.
Cares.
I mean, not me, but I just, technically.
Oh my god.
Both
I
of the
just wanna
Coffee
say,
Brothers
too-
suck shit and they're canceled. I don't know how bad these ones are, but their other buddy from Gallus was a fucking pedophile. I think Joe Coffey, I remember he beat up a girlfriend. Mark Coffey, he did something too. Like yes, they're canceled.
What about Adam Brooks?
Adam Brooks is fine.
Okay. Well,
Like,
I mean, not
both
that
I'm
in the
canceling
canceled
Adam
sense
Brooks for having
and
a shitty
looking at
match.
him.
Yeah. Did you like Diego Hill hitting his fucking finisher 7 feet on the other side of the ring from Brooks? And then they replayed it, which I thought, oh, good choice.
It's unfair to judge Brooks on this because I thought he was good on the West Coast Pro show that I saw him at live, but yes, this was not good.
So, I mean, I'm not I am grading on a curve in that I watched the following hour and 40 minutes, and I kept thinking, man, Shotzi versus Castillo wasn't that bad. How many times did the Good Brothers and the Skyscrapers brawl on this show?
Couldn't tell you. Skip
At
the math.
least 6 or 7.
It feels like they just kept brawling. Like, I just kept seeing these guys fight, and I was like, what is happening? It's legitimately at least 3 or 4. Like, no
Yeah,
exaggeration.
and again, it was to the point of this wasn't one extra long episode. This was 2 episodes pushed back
Right.
to back.
Right.
So they're like, okay, we can just run back the same segment.
I
Not
know that
realizing that.
for a lot of time, the Voices of Wrestling guys, other people were talking about the reason they weren't airing this stuff is because they literally didn't have an editor. And I almost believe it because they couldn't even change the graphics or rearrange the order of any of this stuff.
Well, theoretically, this came out because now they have an editor.
Yeah, I guess that's well. That one they hired must not be very good. I guess.
My guess would be, and this is going to be fucking far out there when we're talking about MLW and Court Bauer, is that that's all bullshit. That would be my guess. And that what really happened is exactly what you said, is that MLW thought that they were going to get a real TV slot, and they never did. I think that would probably be closer to the actual answer.
That's fair. And this is
historically MLW is kind of built on Court finagling these big money, or quote, for indie wrestling, big money TV deals. And then
he's got. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, and then then the contract doesn't roll over because they're just he's not returning on whatever investment they're putting in.
Yeah, he's
or it's a situation like Reels where no one gives a shit that Reels exists.
Oh, so people aren't watching. You're saying people aren't watching this in BN or Vips?
Deeps. Yeah.
Vips?
No.
Vips?
I think the plan is that they're going to they're going to just rejigger the whole concept of MLW now to be built around Danny McBride as the money mark. And so
here's the thing,
the
though,
idea of a TV show like this.
The big Danny McBride segment they were building to aired over a year ago on MLW already. I guess they're hoping that they're thinking no one actually watches MLW, so no one notices. But that one with Danny McBride and Stevie Little in Don Gatto's mansion.
No, he's here. This is very strange.
Oh, you guys can't hear me?
Yeah, no, I agree. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, no.
No. Luigi's
we heard
Mansion, great video
Hello?
game. We've all played it. We love it.
Okay, well, it's definitely recording this. I don't know why you guys can't hear me.
We can hear you.
We can hear you
Heard
now.
everything.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just saying that clip with him and Stevie Little in Don Gatto's mansion, that's like over a year old. It's not like a new clip. It's like they've played it like 4 times, but they build it like hearing from Danny McBride or some bullshit.
Well, of course. But I think they have Danny McBride on the hook. I think he's like invested in the company now, which is like, whatever. What does that mean? What does it mean to be invested in a company that didn't exist for like 15 years? You know what I mean? Like, what is it? You don't have anything. You've got like 15% of Killer Cross's like bookings outside of MLW. Great.
I'm amazed that we've made it this long without talking about Austin Aries versus Trevor Lee.
Well,
Good
Dan
match.
mentioned it being the only good match, but yeah.
I might push back against that.
About it
It's a
being the
good
only
match.
good match?
About it being a good match. I might push
Okay.
back against it. Might push back against it.
Okay, Orchid,
thought
what's your woke bullshit? What's your problem with fucking Austin Aries?
I
It's
don't-
not his fault that he's vegan
No.
and he's smarter than 90% of humans who've ever lived.
Great guy, better wrestler. No problem with that. No, I when I was watching it, I really, at one point I was like, I can't believe they're letting them go 25 minutes. And then I realized that we were only 11 minutes into the match. I mean, look, if that's your sort of thing, go to town. I think I don't really like Trevor Lee as a face. Just doesn't really do much for me. I love looking at him. To be entirely clear, I could look at that boy in his beautiful, stupid body all day long. There's just so much packed into so little. But no, I feel like it picked up a little bit in like the last third. But when they were trading Austin Aries like headstand segments, I really
fun
was
as hell.
like,
You're right.
I might have to quit this fucking podcast.
I like that part of the match.
I know.
I can't argue with you in the sense that and this is not necessarily even a very long match, but I would say that the toughest part about it is that it felt like a long Austin Aries match rather than a long Trevor Lee match, which those are
Fair.
two very different things. A
They are.
long Trevor
They are.
Lee
They
match
are.
to me is good, and a long Austin Aries match is bad.
Because Trevor Lee
Uh,
is queer and Austin Aries isn't.
yeah. Well, here's
There's
the
no
thing about
way
Trevor
is
Lee.
Trevor
I'm
Lee
just kidding.
queer?
I don't know.
No, absolutely not.
No,
Absolutely, he's
I
straight as
think
an
I think
arrow.
I was
hard
about
the
to-
other way. If I'm being honest, isn't he from
I was
like?
yeah, I was about
He's a big
South
Baltimore
Carolina,
Ravens
right?
fan, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to run to
I
South Carolina.
I I've had very little interactions with Trevor Lee. He was nice to me the first time he met me. Then he like wanted me dead for being like a person who didn't live in Georgia talking about, his wrestling company or his dad's wrestling company or whatever. Um, so I couldn't say for sure. I'm gonna say 100% that he's not, woke or whatever. But as you talked about Orchid, one thing that's nice about Trevor Lee is that there is still some mix and match that I would not have predicted. I've been watching this guy wrestle since he was like 16 years old. Um, and you would think that he wouldn't be able to put things together still physically that are like unique because we've got short hair with chest hair, which is new.
Yeah,
We
that's true.
did long hair, body hair. Okay, good. We did short hair shaved. Okay, nice. Now we're doing short hair, body hair, and I'm into it. I like it.
I think I've already covered this on the podcast, but I really enjoyed when Trevor Lee came to MLW. People didn't like put together that like he's a weirdo who's like BFF with Matt Riddle, and they were like 10 minutes from his house. They're like, Court Bauer watch DPW.
Yeah.
That's what got
Well,
Trevor Lee booked.
I did want to bring that up when you mentioned the Brooks and Diego Hill match and talk about MLW original Diego Hill. Um, just to twist the knife for Dan. Um, Dan, do you know Diego Hill's history for the people who love to give like DPW credit for this guy? And be like, oh, MLW stole him from DPW, and that's blah blah blah. Did you know that Diego Hill wrestled in GCW before he wrestled in DPW?
See,
If
they didn't
anything,
discover a single wrestler.
yeah, if anything, Diego Hill is a PWF guy, and if you're not fucking with the Carinos, you might as well just leave the goddamn Discord server. If you don't respect the Carinos, you got to get the fuck out of here.
He said it. Oh, Steve Carino's gonna be signing at my mall next Saturday. I don't think I'm gonna
Hell
be in town,
yes.
but if
Fuck
I am,
yeah.
I'm gonna stop by. $40.
Yeah.
$40 gets you
Dude,
2 autographs, a selfie, and you skip the line.
That's a chance to get him on the podcast because I have
Oh,
found that
I'll
wrestlers
try.
will say they will do your podcast if you talk to them in person.
I have a business card I'm gonna hand them. So, I'm already on it.
We
I'm
have violent people
hoping
business cards?
No, I'm gonna just scratch out my business card and write on violent people, and I'm gonna hope that he can be a full-time replacement for Chris.
I've got an idea. Don't scratch out anything or put violent people. You're better
Just
off just tricking
He thinks
him.
it's like a real estate podcast.
Yeah. Tell him it's a real estate job. Be like, have you ever met Sting? Do you know Sting? He works in real estate. You could do that now.
I bet I could tell him, like, I'll like, "We'll help get Colby a real job."
Yes, that's
And
right.
he's like, "Okay, alright, I'll be on the pod." You guys have anything else to say about MLW Fusion, the return?
Yeah, ending with Bishop Dyer versus Alex Hammerstone was an amazing choice. I I don't know what Court's play is here, but
Well, I think they're pushing Alexander Hammerstone. Like, I think
they
he's
are,
like,
and
again, like, he's
I'm
gonna be
kind
a
of
big part
like,
of it.
I don't know. I mean,
I like Alex because he's one of those
it
guys.
feels like he's been trying with Hammerstone for years and years now, and it's just
Well,
not
Hammerstone's one of those
happening.
guys that keeps leaving MLW. That's like MLW or Hammerstone's MLW deal is coming to an end, and then, like, he realizes nobody else wants him.
They want him until they have him, and then they realize
Yeah.
you can't do jack shit with him. Right? Like they're like, "Oh, this Hammerstone guy, look at him. He's good. Let's get him." And then they get him and they're like, "Yeah, this guy stinks."
Yeah, and then we have Brian Cage at home.
I bet
That's
I
right.
bet if Court booked Brian Cage, Tony wouldn't even care.
He wouldn't even notice.
but I think like Mr. Thomas left again. Like Mr. Thomas is no longer with
Oh
MLW.
no.
Like, what is that? It's like, what does that mean? What are you gonna do?
Listen, I appreciate that if you were talking about anyone else, but the MUFO bond is strong. So I have to ride for Mr. Thomas because we've been MUFOs for like 15 years. So he's good.
All right. I mean, I like Mr.
Court
Thomas.
court fumbled is all I have to say.
I bought him in which one was he? Was he Blaster McMassive or the other one? Or is Max Smashmaster? Whatever it was. I bought those
He's
guys beers after Chikara show because they were the only ones watching the UFC at BW3s right outside the arena.
hell yeah.
The rest of
That's
those
right.
fucking nerd Chikara wrestlers were nowhere to be seen.
They were probably reading comic books.
Yeah, Mike probably made them. All right. Is there anything else that we all watched? Anyone else
Did
watch
you watch?
CZW?
King of
Oh yeah.
DDT finals?
No, we don't watch
No,
stuff
we
like that
leave
around
that
here.
for poor.
Yeah.
DDT My Love, it just happened. Shinya Aoki.
I
Anyway,
added that. Is that good? I added that to my bookmarks.
Good match.
Yeah, okay,
that match is good. Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
Uh,
Interesting that he made Mal look good. I was really impressed by that. A guy who I'm
oh,
universally
yeah,
behind.
yeah. I was talking
Well,
about
I meant
literally
the
the
My
match
Love
that
match.
just happened with. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was solid.
Because I
It
won't
was
watch the Mal
fun.
match probably.
The Mao match is fine. I like Mao. I have historically liked Mao. I think I laugh and think about the idea that like Kevin Knight could have been Mao could have been in the Kevin Knight position as like the former tag team partner of Speedball. That would be very funny, but that match was fine. The match on My Love with Nakamura with the whatever the gimmick that he's doing now was like more of a it's fun to watch Aoki kind of like play with his food kind of match. It's like fun and funny. It's worth watching, but it's not like great. It's again, it's just like what else is there to watch? Instead of that, watch Bishop Dyer versus fucking Alexander Hammerstone, right? No.
I'm sorry, guys.
Watch literally any Shinya Aoki match instead of, that.
Yeah.
We all watched CZW though, right? We got into
Hell
the
yeah.
zone.
Yeah.
Get in the zone.
I didn't
for
watch the
auto
whole
show.
show, but I watched a good half of it.
No, I will say I've been saying I watched the whole show.
Wait, hold
That's
on. Before you move on, Pat, which
Yeah.
was the good half of this?
I said a good half.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh.
Sorry.
Figure of speech.
I think there's
Yeah,
a
I
good
was gonna say-
third.
Yeah, there's maybe a good.
I did like
quarter.
two of the three matches I watched. I did enjoy two of them.
Okay, well, I watched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these matches, and I enjoyed 2 of them. I did not watch.
Which two did you guys like? There wasn't
I did not-
anything. I mean,
Okay. Well, I didn't like the 8-way that opened it, but I thought
yes,
the
agree.
aftermath. You liked it?
No, I'm saying I agree
Oh.
with. I didn't like it. It
was
sucked.
garbage, but I liked the after. I thought the Aaron Ash stuff was fun.
I can't help. Aaron Ash. I cannot. I absolutely cannot with this fucking guy. Like you.
No, I
ca-
mean it sucks. Yeah.
if you want to be a big fat guy who sucks, then you have to just accept it. You can't do the fucking I'm a big fat guy who sucks and I'm also pulling my shirt down over and over again. Like,
He's
bro,
got on like 4 layers to hide his fat.
yeah,
He's so
just
terrified
accept
a
it.
roll might pop out.
You're like, everyone knows you're a big fat guy. You're being presented as the top of the company. You've had the title for 2 years. Why are you still so insecure that you can't have, your rolls hanging out? But I guess it's like until the day he died, that's a great song. Misawa was still like pulling his trunks up because he was embarrassed about it. So I guess
Aaron
whatever.
Ash.
Yes, Aaron Ash
definitely
is the Misawa of CZW.
He definitely wears a t-shirt in the swimming pool. Like he's one of
Yes,
those
of
guys
course.
for sure.
But you gotta just
So-
fucking get with it, dude.
So my thought on this is that CZW only has one singlet to go around, and DJ was wearing it under his shirt.
Shit. That's
I was
fair.
gonna
It's a big
say,
night for
and
DJ.
and Matt Tremont, his bitch wife, stole it after he put a hole in it.
That too. That's why Tremont wasn't on the show. They're still
But
mad at Chrissy for stealing the one singlet.
the next match was a
singlet.
terracotta death match between Eric Ryan and Toby Klein. I thought this was fine. I thought it was really funny that they only bought the cheap little Dollar Tree tiny terracotta pots. Like they couldn't shell out for full size ones.
I
I
feel
ahead.
reasonably certain that Eric Ryan reuses the terracotta from these matches.
You think he's gluing them
Because
together?
I've seen numerous matches where it seems like he brings out the same plastic tub of terracotta pieces to throw on them.
It's also such a funny thing to be like, "This is my signature."
It's
I
also
mean, you got to go.
it would be
The skewers belong to Masada. The taser belongs to Atticus Cogar. You got to find something. You can't
it
use the
also
tattoo needles. G. Raver took those to prison with him.
he traded them for commissary. Um, the thing about the terracotta pots too is that you could pretty easily repurpose the shards if you just put like 2 seconds of effort into it by just like soaking them in hot water until it turns into a slurry again, and then you could reform them. But of course, he's not going to do that. That said, I'm with you that the match was fine, but I do deduct points for the fact that you just call it a terracotta death match instead of calling it a terror-cotta. Like he should put
Mm.
terror just to make it, or I guess you could only break that out on the Halloween shows, but still.
And then this match got a lot of hype for reasons I don't understand. Ricky Shane Page, I guess I understand them. Ricky Shane Page versus Nixon Newell. People are just excited to see these WWE girls bleed.
Speaking
Well,
of we can roll,
I was also excited to see Nixon Newell embrace that, like, okay, I'm canceled. So I'm just going to go where the canceled people go.
Well,
Ah,
does Ricky come out the Rican roll on CW? I didn't even pay attention.
yeah, he brought it back.
Hell
Which I
yeah.
was
Now
I
I
was
like this
happy.
match. If I would have heard that, I would have liked it.
Yeah, what I did is that when I heard it, because you could barely hear it on the fucking live stream, shout out to IWTV. And also they didn't start it at the beginning, or maybe they did, but you can't hear it until it's halfway through and Ricky's already out to the ring. I was like, fuck it. I live, in a society. I have Spotify. I'm just gonna listen to this song because it's good.
That
Then I
was
started yeah,
That used to be some
go
of the
ahead.
best part of Ricky's AIW matches. He would fucking milk the whole song.
Oh yeah. That song fucking rules, but you can barely hear it on here. Then I like went and listened to it. That reminded me of the fact that shout out RIP to the big cat, Scott Henson. When he had a custom theme made, he intentionally made it sound kind of like that. He told the guy who was making it to make it sound kind of like We Can Roll. So I was like, oh yeah, remembering Scott doing that. It's very cool. And then I was like, man, Ricky St. Page looks like dog shit. This guy sucks. He sucks and just has gotten lazy. Like part of the thing that was great about Ricky, if he was ever great, was at least that he was like a maximum effort slash thought guy. And now he's just so fucking tired and lazy that it just like it loses all of the charm. And Nixon used to be a good wrestler. I used to like Nixon Newell quite a bit in like the Brit Res days. Haha, make fun of me because of the pedophiles or whatever. I can't help it, okay? I was dumb.
Can't help it. All right.
I can't help it. I was stupid and I thought that the pedophile island was doing good wrestling. What am I gonna do? Um, but
That's
yeah,
also the same excuse that they use when they get caught
it's
with the
true.
trainees.
It's true. It's true. But
Trannies?
yeah. No, they didn't have them there. They were not allowed. Again, circling back, remember it's Turf Island? They're not allowed.
But
But yeah, I just
Nixon clearly
this
wanted
sucks.
to, yeah, she clearly wanted to take big bumps and stuff, which I guess is like admirable. But every time she hit Ricky with anything, she seemed terrified to hurt him. Where it's like he's a fat piece of shit. Just hurt him.
Right. That's the
That's the
point.
trick. Is you throw a fucking light tube at his face. Like that's the trick to it.
Y'all
It's
caught the
it,
blade job too, right?
Yeah.
Like did y'all see
yeah.
it? Like, I mean, that I
Yeah.
have never seen anything. So like, it almost was like Ricky was like making eye contact with the camera
I
before
actually wasn't gonna call
like
him out though
fucking hitting
because
him.
Eric Ryan was trying so hard to make himself bleed more in that first match, and I just kept pretending I didn't see it.
Yeah, I was
Just
going to say this match
go.
has, I think, a moment that perfectly encapsulates Ricky, which is when he's doing the metal spike bit with Nixon, and he does it like he does the pro wrestling trick correctly. He knows how to do this stuff. He's got his hand on her head, and that hand has the gig, and he's blading her in her hair with that hand while pretending to stab her with the spike in the other. And then as he's doing that, he throws the gig away in full view of the camera. And I'm just kind of like, that's Ricky. He knows how to do this stuff. And then he just does something so stupid and careless that you're like, oh, he was just blading her.
It absolutely is killing me thinking about Ricky Shane Page doing, off his gym face at the camera while he's gigging. It's just,
I
ah,
mean, if anything qualifies someone to be the new Ian Rotten, it's probably that.
yeah. Um, the crazy part about this too is like Nixon, again, like I said, I thought that she was good at one point, less than Quentin. Quentin was like very, very high on her, and I liked her as well. Um, but like the fact that basically the best match that she's had since leaving WWE was like one of the first matches she had with Danny Luna, like shock, surprise of all surprises that Danny Luna was able to have a good match with her. And after we watched it, like me and Quentin talking about it, we're like, yeah, this felt like a good match for like Nixon to kind of like get her feet wet and oh, she's gonna like get like more acclimated and come back and wrestle good again, but she's kind of like taking it easy and this and that, and just absolutely paid off none of that. Just not it was like, no, that was it. That was like the peak of what she could do. And Danny
Did
Luna
you
is like a good enough wrestler to make something out of it, but Jesus Christ.
did you watch the Danny Luna rematch?
No, I only watched the first one. And
Okay.
because
I
Nixon has
like that
been so
first one too.
bad
I didn't
since
watch the
then.
new ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch the second one because I'm like, Nixon has sucked. I can't imagine the second one is very good.
Yeah, she seems done. Did she announce her retirement or did I make that up?
I think she
I think she
said that, like, I'm probably done soon, and I can never tell if that's, okay, this is my way to, like, get booking saying, "You gotta book me now while I'm still here,"
Yeah.
or if it was whatever. If it was just a dedicated move to streaming or whatever the plan is.
Now, is this next
uh,
one the second match you liked, Pat? Jimmy Lloyd versus Nino?
Jimmy Lloyd versus Nino Extremo? Yes, it
Yeah.
was.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah. Nino Extremo is such a callback to like a certain era of CZW. Like it's so refreshing. Like you said,
it's
effort. Like he cares so fucking much. He cares too
it's
much. It's so
fuck
stupid.
it's fucking insane that like the story that the commentators are trying to tell on this match is like that Nino needs to prove that he's like worthwhile in CZW because like you said, he feels more like CZW than anybody on this fucking show.
Than any of the guys that were actually in the old CZW even. Like he
Yeah.
feels more like CZW than Lucky 13 or Nick Gage at this point.
Yeah.
He rules. And then afterwards, fucking Schlack and Ricky and DJ Hyde come out and they're all so fucking fat and stupid and they're like, "You're you're fucking in Tournament of Death." And Nino cries and it seems like he really, really like
He means it.
that's not a
He's
work.
so
He's really
sincere. He's
crying.
so cool. Ah.
I've seen that boy cry 3 times already, and I've only been
Oh.
watching him for 4 months. I love him.
Do you
My
think
favorite
the
Trump supporter of all
crying
time.
might be from the contact?
It could I bet it makes it easier. I bet he's like always on the verge of
Probably.
tears.
God, what a princess.
Yeah.
God. And they
Or
put
he's
fucking
putting
Jimmy
like
Lloyd
drops
over
in
him.
his eyes so that yeah, because he's got those bootleg contacts will fuck your shit up. So you got to keep them like moist constantly. So he's probably already got like tons of eye drops in there to keep that
You
shit
can
from just like
typically get those contacts in gas stations in Texas. I'm 100% sure he got those at a
Oh,
gas
yeah.
station. Just like
Definitely.
no fucking way he didn't.
I think the brand name is the Gay Eye.
Yeah, that's right. God, the best part about it though is like in the beginning of the match when he does a little shadow boxing, his little roundhouse kick. Like, oh, he takes this so seriously. I cannot. Oh,
Okay,
Every
that boy
moment
speaks to me
of this
so much.
match that isn't awesome is Jimmy Lloyd taking 17 minutes to set up any single move he does.
sure.
And it's
Here's
still a
the
fun
thing,
match.
like to talk about Nino being like so CZW and like perfect and for Orchid like to say he takes everything so seriously. He also like part of what makes him CZW core at its best is that like at the perfectly like quote unquote perfect because it's the wrong time, he doesn't take it seriously. He does a cannonball through a plate glass into the corner and then instantly like is on the floor and then someone in the crowd is talking shit or saying something and you could just see that he's like joking around with them. Like he makes like
yeah.
and it's like you just took a fucking splash through a pane of glass and you're like, yeah, that was funny, huh? And it's like that's so perfect. Ah, I love this guy.
Because like that's how he
The
really
cannon
feels in
didn't
the
the
moment.
cannonball come after multiple attempts to
Yes.
swanton the glass?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
wouldn't break, so then he does the cannonball, and then the crowd probably was joking with him about like, "Oh, that glass is tough," and he's like, "Yeah, it is, huh?" And it's like, dude, you just went through a fucking plate of glass. Like, you should be selling it at least minimally, but you're just joking around. It's so good.
We got to try to get this kid on this podcast.
We gotta
I'm gonna work on it this
I
week.
wish there
I'm
was
doing it.
good
He'll
wrestling
do
to
it.
get this guy at. Like, I wish there was a company I'm like, I hope he's in, and I paused and I was like, I got nothing.
I'm very perfectly happy with where he is right now.
Yeah.
I love him showing up at these shows, like doing things like fucking like not hitting a swanton through a fucking glass door twice with a grin on his face, and then having the refs like hold the ladder for him because it's too busted up. I can't.
Oh,
No, I don't. I want
oh no.
nothing but this for him for the rest of his life. He's so fucking perfect, so pure,
We
so
gotta talk
beautiful. I love this kid.
gotta talk about the fucking ladder thing. Both him and the
You
referee
gotta.
were too stupid to understand how ladders work. Did we all notice that?
Ladders are tough.
And they're both hitting it. Yeah,
They're both hitting
in the opposite
instead of
directions.
instead of opening it, instead of like, because the fucking struts on the ladder like got fucked up, and instead of just opening the ladder more to straighten them out, they're like trying to pound on them while the feet of the ladder are firmly placed on the mat. So it's like, yeah, the shits aren't gonna move. They're connected to the fucking ladder frame, you dumbasses. It was amazing. Ah, god
This is
damn,
the
that was
sort of
good.
thing you don't get from AEW.
No,
No, you won't. You won't.
If they job Nino out in the first round, I'm gonna fucking
here's the fucked up thing. Why is Alexandria, whatever the fuck that guy's name is, why is he not getting him in New Texas? Because he's a deathmatch guy too, right? And like New Texas is the
It
biggest Texas promotion.
I don't know, is there beef between New Texas and Loco?
Yeah. Maybe,
Because
maybe.
Nino's a Loco guy.
Yeah, it's
He's Houston.
possible. Yeah, yeah.
the
That's
wrestling's so dumb.
possible.
I love it.
Yeah, that's good. That is good. Because yeah, that would be like his best bet as like a place that he could get like decent work that people would pay attention to, would be to be like, he should be a New Texas guy. Because New Texas will book like guys like Nino who basically are only good at death matches, and they'll book them and be like, yeah, we're not gonna let you do death matches here though. Like you can do some fake barbed wire and maybe a little bit of glass, but otherwise no.
Well, now, yeah. Now I do want to see him show up and be like, you have to go 10 minutes with Anakin Murphy or
Yeah, right.
but no weapons.
No weapons. Yeah. Oh man, that would be so stupid though.
Okay.
I think that would be, like, the sort of shit that was in the first half of a tape from 2003, like a JAPW tape,
Right.
would be, "Okay, we've got Nino Extremo, we've got Anakin Murphy, the venue says we can't use weapons, and we forgot the folding chairs, so you 2 have to go put on a clinic."
It would be like a Trent Acid Sanjay Dutt type match.
Exactly. So who would be who?
I think I think Nino is like a Trent Acid, man. He's got the
I kind of agree.
sauce. Yeah.
I can see Nino starting to do the Trent Acid, like, play into the crowd, flirting with women in the front row.
He wears
He's
like
already
similar
seduced Orchid.
pants.
Well, they
That's
both
true.
have that's the sincerity of their gimmick that they both
Yeah.
have. Where like Trent Acid was Trent Acid. Like he was legitimately trying to get drugs from the fans as the match was happening, and like that's just part of the match. But yeah, that's pretty much. If someone was listening to this show for match recommendations, which is nuts, that would be what you should watch from the show.
Yes.
Did anyone else watch Lucky 13 versus Nick Gage?
I did. I gotta say, Nick Gage needs to grow that mustache back in, man.
You don't like the Amish look?
The Amish, he already is looking older than his years, and that aged him another decade.
Yeah, he looked pretty rough.
But yeah, this was, we were making fun of Diego Hill and Adam Brooks for blowing the finish. At least they didn't launch a light tube bundle 20 feet into the air. Excuse me.
I thought it was cool. I guess it's cool that Nick put 13 over. I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what a Nick Gage win does for anybody in 2026.
That's just because you want to get the pop.
Yeah. But yeah, it does also
On the
seem
other hand,
like
I'm not sure what a Lucky 13 win does because he put over young guy Lucky 13, young up and comer.
Right.
Lucky 13's on more drugs than Nick Gage. It's just all steroids.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm pretty sure that guy's like 45 years old because he's been around forever and he looks ripped. The next match, I feel like by watching that weird Circle 6 concert, I like ruined Phil Insane's coming back. The surprise of that because I felt like treated it like it was a surprise, like, oh, Phil Insane's around. But I just watched him wrestle on that concert show they Circle 6 put on. And this match wasn't good. I mean, I like Phil Insane. I think Angel Metro, I think she tries, but then Schlack is Schlack, and this was just a mess. Did you watch this, Pat?
I didn't know.
This felt
I
oh,
was
it felt like
watching.
here.
I was watching this show right up until showtime, so that's where I had to stop.
There's really nothing of note. I mean, it's Cage Match says 13:52. It felt way longer than that, and there was nothing that happened. Did
They
anyone
went.
else watch this?
Wait, who was in this? This was Schlack and Angel Metro
Versus Schlack, Angel Metro, and Phil Insane went 14.
going 15 minutes.
Yeah, almost.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, it's a choice. And then I saw the main event was Dread versus Masada for 23, and I went, I can't do that. I'm done. I've watched enough of this show.
That's okay.
So if anyone else
Yeah.
watched it, I'm very sorry.
Oh,
So
no.
again, what was the good
God.
half of this?
Listen, I said good third, and that's because I like 2 of the 6 matches I watched.
I would say,
You
okay,
again, you're misunderstanding the phrase "good half" and "a good half," as in I watched around 50% of the show.
I've got an idea. If they had done the CZW show up until the last 2 matches, and then they swapped them with the top 2 matches on the ETU show, which was Gabby Forza versus Killer Kelly and Mike Santana versus Tracy Williams, then we're talking about a good show.
I mean, I'm buying what you're selling.
I'm gonna assume no one watched the ETU show.
I wanna watch
I did not.
one of those 2 matches you mentioned, but I haven't watched it yet.
I mean, you're a big Gabby fan. I
Yeah.
feel like
Oh, I
she's the
think-
better
I think
wrestler of her
we-
family.
Didn't we cancel them?
We
Why would they
cancel.
do?
Who did we cancel?
I thought we canceled Gabby and Bear. Did we not?
So
What did they
my
do this time?
understanding
We
is
can.
my understanding is that someone whose account is now locked, so I couldn't see what started going after the Bronson/Forza family for working beyond, and
Oh,
saying
God
like,
damn
how
it.
can you work beyond wrestling during Pride Month, that kind of thing. Because Beyond 2 years ago, one of their producers, there's a fan who goes to New England Indies. I don't remember her name. She probably doesn't want to be shouted out on our shitty show
I think
anyway.
I think she's a camera person, actually.
She
But
takes
anyways,
photos. She's a fan who like takes photographs, but I don't think she's working for any promotion. But she's a transgender woman and she has, a shaved head. And one of the producers for Beyond, like 2 years ago, what happened was Beyond brought back Drew Gulak, and this fan photographer said, "Well, if you're bringing back the sweatpants diddler, I don't want to go to Beyond anymore. I'm done. I've been going to every show in Worcester, and Beyond does weekly shows. I've been going to every show, but now I'm not coming back if you're platforming Drew Gulak." And the response from one of the producers was to tweet, "Thank God this is the first show where that guy in a dress won't be ruining all my hard cam shots," or something equally horrible.
Hell yeah.
I'm
Hell
pretty sure
yeah.
that's very close to
that's right.
It's as close as I can remember to
Yeah.
what it was. And so since then, they Beyond, I think, like pretend fired the guy, and then quietly, in true indie wrestling fashion, said, "Oh yeah, we're not working with that guy anymore." And then a week later, when everyone was looking somewhere else, just brought him right back.
They're like, hey, here's the thing. We're not going to pay that guy ever again. And
Yeah.
then in small Texas says, we've never paid him ever.
Yeah. So now, someone on Twitter like went after Gabby and Bear to
God.
say like, how can you guys work for a transphobic promotion?
During
And Bear
Pride.
Bronson was kind of trying to post through it in a way that I think if I was sitting next to him, I would gently take the phone out of his hands.
Aw.
But he was saying that Gabby was so bothered by all this commotion that now she wants to quit wrestling.
Bear Bronson
Terry Funk
posting
would be disgusted.
to say Bear Bronson is posting like only a husband of a bisexual girlfriend can during Pride.
It's true.
Oh, man.
Tim, did you actually watch this whole ETU show?
No, I watched the main events, the two main events, and I watched Mako and Harlan Abbott. Um it was solid. I like Mako a lot more than most people. So, obviously I'm gonna be like high on it. Um Harlan Abbott wasn't, he's not as good as I would hope for. I did watch the tag match with Above the Rest versus the Killionaires Club. Um, Pretty Boy Smooth, right? He's a guy who, he's kind of like Moose if Moose was dog shit on top of being boring. It's like Jesus. So I was hoping for something that because I like Above the Rest a ton. I thought that they're like a really good team. They've kind of not been a team a ton since Akiro Kwan. I forget what his old name used to be. Um, like before, like since they're not in DPW, they don't really tag anymore. Gabriel Sky, I feel like gets underlooked for how good he is, but otherwise, yeah, I didn't watch everything else. I did want to see the Reed and Broadway match because I'm sure that that's probably pretty decent. Um, because I don't know, like, has anyone on here ever talked about Ken Broadway at all? Does anyone even
Has anyone
care
I
about
don't
him?
I don't know if we've ever talked. I've seen him a few times. Like I saw him live once or
Yeah.
twice because he would come and work New England Indies. But I haven't seen that much in recent years.
I do know.
Is he the one that Zilla Fatu tried to beat up the other week?
Yes. Yes, he is. I think Ken Broadway is good, like, in a, like I don't know how to put it exactly, but, like, kind of an old school, boring kind of wrestler way. Like, he's not bad, but what he's good at is something like a Myron Reed match where, like, the kind of, like, indie guy who will do too many spots will get, like, his ass kicked by a Ken Broadway, and that'll, like, make the match, like, not just be, like, a bunch of spots, but it'll actually have some, like, some cutoffs and some, like, gnarly power moves in there as well. But yeah, anyway. Killer Kelly is still good. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if anyone realizes this because she's been in TNA for too long and blah 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 whatever. When people were like kind of talking about the idea that she should get signed to AEW, I'm like, yeah, she should because she'd be in the top half of their women's division pretty much instantly. And she's not even
I
close to
mean,
as good as she used to be.
no, I mean, you could say that about, like, most men. They'd be in the top half of the
Sure,
women's division in
sure,
AEW.
sure.
That was not
Yeah.
as good of an insult to the AEW's women's division as I wanted it to be. Oh, well.
It was a good
I'll work on
insult
it.
to women, so good job,
That's a good
Orchid.
point.
It's Pride
Yep,
Month, and we have to
anytime.
shit
That's what
on
I'm
girls.
here to do. Fuck Pride Month. Say it loud and clear.
Uh,
No,
the
Pride Month is good, but the problem with Pride Month is that women try to glom onto it and pretend like they're part of Pride. Like a straight
Women
woman,
are
you're
the
not part of
problem.
Pride. Yeah.
they're not part of anything.
Women are the problem.
If
Yeah,
I have anything to say about it,
that's right.
Damn right.
the opening
The
match of
only
this,
podcast brave enough to say it. God damn
the
it.
opening match of this has Isaiah Broner teaming with Troy Parker, and I think that's a fun tag team. Troy Parker's like he's from West Virginia and he's young and he's actually good. Not like I just like him because he's from around here.
Yeah.
So it's exciting to see him
I'm
get
not familiar.
go places. I know he's in CZW too, but I don't know if anyone watches either of those promotions. But so I'll probably
Oh,
check
shit.
that
I had to
out.
look it up. I've seen this guy, but I've never seen him wrestle. I've seen pictures of him. He's good.
He's pretty good. Yeah, I mean he's young too. I
Troy
think he's probably
Parker.
like 22,
Yeah. All right.
something like that. And I
Yeah.
mean he
I
wrestles
should have checked this out because it's also
constantly.
a Shim. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just say he wrestles
Shimbashi is
constantly.
also in this match.
Yeah, I'm
Nice.
gonna watch some of that show later, probably. Uh, I watched some other stuff I'm gonna talk about. I'm just gonna say I go next because I wanted to talk about this. I want to talk about this wrestler Terry Funk. I don't know if you guys know him.
No, 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 no. Hold on. Hold on.
What do
Because
you
you're
got?
trying to pretend like we're not doing what you watched this week. So now we have to go through every match from Best of the Super Juniors.
You
Dan,
watched
you know
every
how
match
this
of
works.
Betcha Super Juniors this week?
Yes.
No, some of that you probably watched like 8 days ago. Some of it probably
No,
doesn't.
I watched it all on 3 times speed because I paid for premium YouTube. No, I'm just fucking around. I'm not.
See, I
There's nothing
watched it
worth
on
talking
half
about on
speed.
here. Yeah. There's nothing worth talking about. I did watch most of Best of the Super Juniors, like the stuff that's worth watching, like in the past week. I'm just
You have
fucking
a
with you.
sickness.
Let's go.
You have
Yeah.
a
I
sickness.
know. I count myself. Oh, I should put this out here now. Instead of Q for the P, we're gonna do Q for the D. Um Everyone in the Discord, blah blah blah, whatever. Should I do T1 again? Like, is it worthwhile or should I just stop? Because it sucks. I hate doing it, but I feel like I should because it's like probably the only good G1 review podcast that exists. The rest of them are going to tell you to watch a bunch of dog shit matches. But if people care, I'll do it again. If people don't care, I'll just stop.
I will listen to every
Liked it.
episode, and I like it because then I don't have to watch any of the matches.
I
I just
appreciate
believe what
that.
you believe. Whatever you say, I
Yeah.
go, "Well, that's what I feel."
And I get to watch Bowleg Oatgan, which is my favorite guy.
Mm.
But we are doing what did we watch this week? Because I want to talk about Terry Funk. He might be the greatest wrestler ever, people are saying. So I watched 3 of his matches. I watched the McFoley match from Raw. Uh, Fucking amazing. Just not like anything on that episode of Raw, I'm so sure. Just Terry Funk is the star of that match. He's insane. He's an insane old man. And then I wanted to watch more of him in WWF, so I watched him versus Mark Henry, which is like 5 minutes, and it's
Yes.
so fucking good. Um, Mark Henry murders him, but like Terry Funk also takes more of it than you'd expect. He slams Mark Henry into the steps. He hits his acai moonsault and just hits nothing but guardrail. Um,
His selling in that match is amazing.
yes.
It's insane to think about Terry Funk in WWE, like fucking selling that well. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, no, I'd say that's kind of an era of WWE that or Terry Funk that I don't really think about. I don't really think about him in WWF in 1998. It's just I don't know why, I just never like in my mind it's like ECW, FMW, and then dying WCW. And I gotta go back and watch more of him and Cactus in WWF, which I mean I watched in real time when I was 10 years old, but I definitely didn't appreciate it because I was a fucking stupid 10-year-old. So I'm gonna check that out. I just wanted to say that I think it's funny because I watched those 2 matches and I watched who was it? What wrestler was it? Bob Cook? Did Bob Cook release the Dusty Rhodes match? Some old time wrestler did. I can't think of who it was. And I thought it's funny. It was a really good match. Terry Funk's awesome in it, but like both of those Raw matches are better. I thought it was cool because that guy, Bob Cook, it was Bob Cook. He teased having the footage, I want to say 14 years ago. Not really, but like a year ago. He teased like he put like a 30-second clip out there. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then he just comes out of
Right.
nowhere and is like, oh, here's the whole match. I put it online. And that led me to, I believe, Orchid. Someone was making a joke about Kid Cash, so I watched Dusty Rhodes versus Kid Cash from 2005.
Hell yeah.
Kid Cash is good. Dusty Rhodes is good. Check it out. Also, I think if I told you that match took place, I don't think you could guess the state it took place in like 3 guesses. That's a
Okay.
Buffalo, New York match in a ballpark.
Cash and Funk?
Cash and Rhodes. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay.
Cash and Rhodes. I don't know if that happened. That'd be fucking awesome too.
I would watch it. No, I thought you were saying the Kid Cash and Terry Funk match happened in New York, which would also be insane. But yeah.
Kid Cash and Terry Funk. It looks like they met in a here we go. Shaggy Too
Yeah.
Dope and Violent J and Terry Funk versus Jerry Lawler, Kid Cash, and Monty Brown.
Dude, can you imagine how sick that is? That's gotta be.
And I bet
You gotta find
there's
it.
probably no fucking footage of this, or if it is, it's taken by a drunk juggalo and you don't see any of the match.
Man, this show has Chuck Hogan versus Truth Martini.
That's the opener. You gotta start hot.
Yes.
Hey, you know what? There's
That
footage
is
of this
so
match out.
good.
There's multiple angles of this match out there, looks like. I'll have to check
Ooh,
that out.
Okay, we got a big top
Um,
next week.
Big top. The only other match that I watched I wanted to talk about this week was the Mask versus Match match. uh, Grande Americano versus the
You
original
watched
Oh,
Grande.
it?
Of course, I watched it. You guys didn't watch it?
Wow.
no.
Nah, I'm okay.
No,
I'm
it's
fine with being outside of the conversation when it comes to mainstream professional wrestling.
that's fair. I think it's really, really good. I think anyone in our bubble would still like it. Like, it's probably
I'm
the
not like opposed to it. It's just just haven't gotten around
I
to
am.
it.
no.
I'd like to at some point.
I think it. I mean, it has all of the mask versus match trappings that I like, and both these wrestlers are really fucking good, and they both put everything they have into it. And I don't know, it's just not a WWE match. And I think any backlash it's got is just mostly fucking nerds being pedantic. Like, yes, Mystico is more popular than El Grande Americano. Like, the people saying that he's the most popular wrestler in Mexico don't know what they're talking about. So why does it even matter? Like, why do you have to respond to that?
I think that's yeah. That's why I feel like I feel like right now I feel like pretty dark woke in terms of refusing to watch it. I don't know what the reason is, but like something has irked me, and I like
I get it. I just think that, like, I mean, Pat knows better than me. Like, what is the AAA? What are we protecting? Like, what? It's not 1993. Like, what AAA are we like guarding that like WWE is bastardizing?
I
No,
can answer
nothing.
that question when we get to my turn. No, something.
The
Is
I
Pat
mean,
dead?
I'm here. I'm just gonna, there's people are just fighting to fight at this point.
AAA soldier
I don't
found on island still fighting World War II after 30 years.
exactly, and it is kind of AAA has always just been AAA. It's never quite been this beautiful sanctum of authentic lucha libre because the whole idea was that Antonio Pena was making a TV promotion that was drawing from American style wrestling. And,
Right, and
I don't know.
it was intentionally meant to be a counter to CMLL. Like the idea
Exactly.
was they do boring old bullshit. Now we're gonna do our own fucking thing, man. We're gonna do we're gonna do TV wrestling and basically copy shit from WWE. It would be like if Hustle was still around and WWE bought it and people were like, "You have to respect Puro Resu, man. This is a true pure wrestling company that has lineage back to, an egg coming out of some lady's vagina."
Which it does.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
yeah, I mean, this just kind of feels like the ultimate um, endpoint of Pena's vision is it became WWE. I saw a lot of people kind of going like, "Well, it's a cinematic style match," and I'm like, "Yeah, that seems like something that Pena would have loved to."
Right. This is something that maybe I get a little bit from being a beer nerd kind of person, is that like there were a ton of breweries like in the early 2000s that like intentionally existed and marketed and did all of their things with the idea that they were going to sell the company to like AB InBev and just become part of the conglomerate of like the big beer companies. And that's like basically what AAA was doing. It just took like 30 years instead of like 5. Like, it's the idea was let's create this thing. It's going to be similar to like the mainstream, and eventually they'll be like, these guys are making so much noise, let's just buy it.
Sounds about right to me.
So yeah, people watch that match. It's good. Um, Pat, what have
Okay,
you
so
watched this week?
Dan, you said it has everything that a good, mask versus lucha libre mask versus match would have. Did it have a junkyard dog running around the ring biting people?
I mean, no, unfortunately.
Okay,
So I
so
guess not all of the trappings, but
not everything that we want. Yeah.
like I said, like I don't know, like you lean on those things. There's a reason they work. Blood, interference, you know, someone's love coming to save them, crying at the end. That stuff works.
How do you feel about, Dave, quote unquote, I have to say it because I'm on the show, I have to respect the correct pronouns, Dave Meltzler, saying that Chad Gable should have given his real shoot name instead of his work name at the end?
I think that's very important. And now that I thought
It
about that,
is.
the match is actually bad.
Yeah, it's kind of a bad match.
I
When
didn't
people
even
say
think
that
about
the
it that
finish can
way.
ruin a match. Yeah.
The name can ruin a match. Oh my god, what a fucking coward.
Yeah.
I didn't see Dave
But
say
listen,
this.
I said
I
names
didn't
could
think
ruin a
about it.
match earlier when we were talking about the terracotta match. Yeah.
Charles Betts, man, come on.
This is bullshit. What was his name in PWG? Drago? Something like that. Anyways, moving
I feel
on.
like I feel like I would ask you that question, so that's a little unfair.
I'm the PWG guy. Why would you ask me?
Yeah, Chad Gable was in PWG.
Yeah, like really, really early on in his career.
Oh, wow. I genuinely didn't know that.
But yeah, Pat, did you watch any wrestling besides MLW and CZW?
No, after those two, I was like, I think I hate wrestling.
That's totally fair. All right, Orchid,
I
what did
do
you
want to watch Slade versus JB Anderson from Focus. But just ran out of time.
why were
I've
you
been
not
training people this week.
why were you not at that match?
Because the main event was Manny Aries versus Aaron Ash in a champion versus champion match.
Holy shit, and you missed it?
Like I didn't want to drive all the way out and pay whatever for a one match show.
We're acting like
Because I post that was one where I posted because everyone was doing the thing in the Discord, like posting a thing like, should I go to this? And it's like, yes, if you want to go to it, just fucking go to it. We don't have to you don't have to like have our hand on the blade. So I, posted the card for that to be like, should I go to this? And universally people were like, no.
okay, I guess you're not excited to see Izzy, but okay.
No, I'm not.
That's good. That was a test. If you are, you get arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah, this show,
It's like people are still going to jail for saying they want to see a Billy Starks match.
rightfully so.
That's fine.
All right, Orchid, what have you been watching this week on vacation? What were you dripping while you were watching or watching while you
Well,
were
I'm not.
like,
I just started vacation today, so I'm not on vacation yet.
oh,
Well, I am. Whatever. This is how I'm
so
starting.
wait, when
But
are we
anyway, all to
going?
say, I am not answering this. You cut out, so never.
When I want to go to the Airbnb.
The
When should I meet you there?
You're not coming to the Airbnb with me and my wife. I unfortunately have to set this boundary. There's no way.
You just sent me a Facebook friend request as we record this, and you're gonna pretend that I can't come to the Airbnb.
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend you can't come to the Airbnb, but we'll talk off air.
All right, all right.
Yeah, no, there's no way I'm talking about anything that I watched. I'm gonna save it for next week. Yeah, the one, yeah, no, I'm not. No, I'm saving
Quickly.
it.
Sorry, I
I'm saving
ran
it
away
next
for a
week.
second, but I do have to say, because it's Pride Month, it's a queer B&B. All right, see you guys later.
Damn. I will quickly say that I watched not watch, but I
You're not
reminisced.
done.
No, I want to reminisce about some Goldberg matches I watched. I was trying to fucking tee up, plug in your fucking podcast that maybe is part of the network, maybe isn't. We don't know. Oh, it is. Okay, part of the Violent People Network of podcasts. I think it's called Worn Out Tapes. Is that right? I feel the patron saint of
The patron saints of six sons of bitches.
That's probably right. And it's about
patron
Goldberg.
saints of six sons of bitches.
And honestly, it's a real fucking good
The whole
time.
podcast.
Except you're kind of
Every episode.
You're kind of a coward. Put the whole thing
Am I a
out there.
coward?
Put the whole 2 hours out there. I saw the full file is 2 hours and 20 minutes. Put it out there. I want to listen to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
do have
will.
to
You can wait till
say,
next fucking week.
if you guys are going to do this idea that you're strictly sticking to it being 90 minutes, then you can't do 2 parts.
Thank you for the feedback I didn't fucking ask for. If you
Well, I'm
don't listen
sorry.
next week, then
I'm sorry.
then I won't do a fucking thing because I don't care. Talking about wrestling for 2 hours a week is enough. For some reason, I decided I'm going to do it multiple times every couple of weeks.
It did start out as a
Colette
plug for your podcast, and now it's like, no, here's what your podcast should be.
Yeah. Now it's
You know what?
turning into
Fuck the podcast. Don't listen to it. Unsubscribe to Big Egg. Tell Joseph Montesilo that he's a fucking
Wrong.
sucker MC.
You said that.
And
Okay,
did I-
well,
You said that. If I
I'm
said it
gonna
like that,
say,
it'd be a hate crime.
don't do all that stuff, but do troll Joseph. It'd probably be
Yes.
pretty funny.
If you have something mean to say to Joseph, tell me and I'll send it to him because I know then he'll actually read it. But yeah, so that's Orchid's new show. It's called the Bill Podberg Goldcast. It's very good. Everyone loves it. And it's
Super long.
5 episodes per. Anyway.
What matches, to give people a taste, what matches did you do in the first part?
We covered most of his US title reign. So we did a little bit of his early matches. Very briefly touched on Umoris. Covered the Steven Regal match, the Raven match, a little bit of Saturn match. I think the biggest chunk that we spent time on was the Hogan main event from the Nitro on July 6th, 1998. And then next week will be a little bit of his WWE, the rest of his WCW run, and briefly touching on some of the things.
So the match was on July 6th. How close was that to your birthday?
That would have been for some reason I don't want the whole Discord to know my birthday.
I was
So I'm gonna
trying to
wait
get
till
you to say
after.
it. That was like the idea. I
I
was trying to
will.
triangulate your
Yeah.
birthday based on. Okay, so it's the 4th today. You just started your vacation. I'm sure that this is a birthday style vacation. No,
Nah. Nope. Just
this
when the
is an
Airbnb was
unbirthday vacation.
available.
She does not have it on her Facebook. This is bullshit.
No, I don't like my birthday. I'm adopted. It's kind of a wacky day for me.
So you don't even know
Also,
that it's
my
actually
parents
your
are all
birthday.
dead now. No,
That's
I
good.
know it's my birthday.
said-
I'm not. I'm no. Like
said- You said my parents are all dead now? Or that just both of just 2 of them, right?
Well, they were
to my
partially dead
knowledge,
for a while.
to my
like
knowledge,
completely dead.
3 of them.
Yeah,
to my knowledge, 3 of them are dead. I don't know if my birth mom is still alive. I haven't talked to her in about 3 years.
Damn. All right. I type every time you say anything about your personal life, I type it in the Google Doc I have.
That's good.
I want to say
Same,
I want
babe.
to say you guys are.
That's why you got the Facebook request.
Could you guys fucking leave Perry Saturn alone a little bit? Did you ever consider that he was fun to play in video games?
Why?
I just feel like you guys are talking a lot of shit
Oh,
about
he was
him.
great to play in video. God damn, he was fantastic. I mean, I love me some Perry Saturn.
I felt like you guys were
Yeah.
anti-Perry Saturn in that episode, but
Wait, last week we said that he was the one eliminator that deserved to die. That was the name of the episode.
I guess I forgot about that. That was the name of the episode.
That wasn't the name of the episode.
Yeah, you named it. You liked it. You liked the name. That was your
Okay,
pick.
but that was purely on moral ground.
Oh yeah, he's worse than John Kronos, but I mean, he's a great guy.
Cronus seemed really cool, you know?
He
hung
seemed
out
like
with
a good
Too Cold
hang.
Scorpio in Japan a bunch. You know, they got along.
The indie wrestling sleaze thread from way back yonder, the one Tony Khan founded as his first taste of wrestling stardom, had a bit where someone said that someone once pulled a gun on Cronus and he stuck his finger in the barrel because he thought it would work like Looney Tunes. And
Well,
I
it did.
want that to be true so badly.
The fact that he was alive long enough to die from hepatitis or something means that it kind of did work like Looney Tunes.
I had a friend that looked like John Kronos who threw me in front of a car as a joke, but like he just threw me in front of a car.
Nice.
That's the whole
That's a
joke.
good bit. That's a pretty good bit.
He could not understand my fucking attitude after. That's like a quote. It's like, what's with the fucking
got
attitude
your
all
ass.
night?
Yeah. Should probably chill, man.
But you probably had one.
Oh,
You're probably insufferable after that happened.
I was not a good
I
time the
couldn't
rest of the night.
imagine you would shut that down.
Yeah, I'm not
I
a
believe
great.
it.
I'm not a great
Probably
time
wrote a
before
s-
that.
That's true. What was he thinking? He kind of was ruining the night intentionally. I guess. Well, okay, to be fair, he was either going to make the night way better or way worse. And that's kind of a 50-50 situation there.
He took a shot. He saw his chance
Yeah.
and he took it.
Yeah.
All right, Tim, tell me about the bullshit you watched.
I already did. Best of the Super Juniors.
No,
Okay, if you guys aren't watching,
you watched
Kosei Fujita.
1,000 Best of the Super Juniors, and you have nothing to say about Teton or Master Watto.
Of course, I don't have shit to say about. What is there to say about Teton at this point? Like, he's continued to be very solid, and no one is ever going to give a fuck. It's kind of funny because, like, he's basically been on the same career trajectory as, like, Barbanario Cavanario or whatever, where it's like now at least people kind of go
Barbanario
like,
Cavernario is his name. Yeah.
You got it right.
yes,
You
that's
can't
correct.
say that. You can't say as a
Yeah.
white person. You can't say that.
I'm not allowed to speak like that. I'm sorry. But like the idea that like it's a guy that everyone knows is good, but no one like we all know he's never gonna get the due that he deserves. But like at least now like Carbonario gets the like token push. He's like one step behind like Hechicero for a guy who's like finally getting like recognition for how good he is or what. Anyways, that shit doesn't matter, man. The point is check out fucking Robbie Eagles. He looks like Dark Ketis. Everyone is saying it. It's fantastic. Um and Kosei Fujita is sick, and it sucks that he's probably never going to get a push as a main event guy because he's better than like the entire fucking roster. Um, what else is there? I mean, Jun Kasai
He's
doing
like
death matches with Nick
he's like-
Wayne. Go ahead.
That's so. I mean, we don't need to go
No,
ahead.
please.
Keep
Please.
Jun Kasai. I mean, like, if how old is Fujita? Is he like what, like 17, 16, 15?
I mean, I don't know.
23.
Fantasy
He's
world, maybe. But I
23?
think he's probably in his like mid 20s in real life.
I didn't think he was even 23. I thought he was younger than
Yeah.
that. But yeah, I mean, he's got time. Like he could, like, you don't have to. I mean,
Right.
Gato can't live forever. Like, somebody's
Sure,
got
I
to
guess.
push a twink one day.
It's not happening, man. It's just not happening. It's unfortunate. I
Who's-
guess, yes, Gato could die, and then, I don't know. I mean, if Gato dies, they just sold the company to Cyber Agent. Like, we can't imagine, like, a good world. Like, nothing good is going to happen here. Like, they're going to just, anyways. Doesn't matter. Best of the Super Juniors. It kind of sucks. But it's fine. Nick Wayne's in there. Here's the thing. Dave Metzler had the fucking nerve to say Robbie X is the best guy in the goddamn tournament, and like that's
Never
fucking
forget that.
insane. It's
What
fucking
the
That was
insane,
the
right?
greatest thing. He went, Robbie X is probably the best wrestler in the tournament. Well, there are a lot of great guys. They're all really good. And like walked it back and like refused to answer who the best
like,
best person
if
in the
you
tournament was. But the
discount-
first person out of his mind was Robbie X.
Yeah, if you only think of like two people from the tournament, he's pretty good.
Yeah, if you're just talking about the first match on the show you're talking about, and you're like, yeah, Robbie X is the best guy.
What does that even mean? That's,
Robbie
I don't know
X
why
is
that,
like,
I'm over here like, don't argue with the AAA guys. Like, it doesn't. Why am I getting worked up by Dave? That's just, I don't know why. That got me pissed
It's
off.
so hard. It's so hard. Every day it's something new. It's just,
Yeah.
I love him.
The
Love
tea
guy.
time thing I want to talk about is I always like time doesn't work the way it does for me. Where like it feels like 10 years ago, it feels like yesterday. So I'm always like, it's cool that he's in the tournament, but it's like I think he's been in 9 of them.
yeah,
Like,
he's been in this fucking many multiple times.
but
Yeah.
every time I go, oh, it's cool that they got Teton in there. But it's like, yeah, his first one was
Oh, he's
2013.
finally getting a shot.
His first tournament was 13 years ago, and I'm like, I guess maybe it's not as exciting anymore.
Meanwhile, Will Ospreay was in like 3 Best of the Super Juniors, and now he's like the top guy on television in America. Like, think about that. Like, yeah, that Teton has been squandering away in fucking Best of the Super Juniors for 19 years.
It looks like Fujita has a lot of points, and he won last year. I mean, that's something, right?
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah,
man.
he went to the finals.
No, he won last
All
year.
the
Oh,
way
he's in
to
the
the
finals. We already have
finals.
Did he?
finals. Didn't he win last
not
year?
yet.
Yeah, no, he did. Did he? I don't remember.
I don't think he
did
won
not win
last year.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Uh, I don't think
It was
did.
probably Show or Yo. Who knows these things?
Who could say? Oh shit, he did win last year.
Hey, I'm a New
right.
Japan
Because
freak.
it was.
Hey, good for him.
It was
It
against.
made a big difference.
It was against Yo, right? It was against Yo.
That sounds right.
Right? Or Show. It was against one of them. The
What
gayer
was-
one. Whichever
was
is the
the-
gayer one.
Which
Well, that depends on how you. Anyway, it was Yo. Which I guess, according to some people, that's the gayer one. Here, as a bear, I can't fucking sign off on twink supremacy here. Oh, Yo is the gayer one. Listen, guys like me are still queer, god damn it. Anyway. I can say that as a husband to a bisexual wife.
and I think that's the big top.
Yeah.
I think we covered it. You guys want to answer some questions?
Hell no.
More than anything.
Wacky line. Q for the Dan Rice. Do you have a link to Toxic Studio French Wrestling? I do, and I gave it to him. Question for the pod. Who's the oldest person in Discord? I am 53, so I feel like I might be in with a shout.
That's you. That's got to be you.
Nick H.
I was going to say, Nick H, and I'm like, oh, Nick H asked the question, so whoop.
Now, no one answer this question. Who's the youngest in the Discord?
What I was to say is, okay,
If we find
robots.
out that you
No.
are the youngest person in the
You're
Discord, we
kicked
are
out.
kicking you.
Yeah. And then I'm
Man.
gonna keep kicking you until I'm the youngest person in Discord. And it's just us four and Nick H.
Trying to see if Matt D is in the Discord because Matt D might be the oldest.
He is.
actually.
Okay, this is funny
Yes, Matt D
because
is in Discord.
Orchid, you asked this question and sent it to the Wacky Line channel yourself. I like that. Who would be the funniest wrestler to get Goldberg surrounded by security guards entrance? I mean,
That's from my
fuck.
wife.
Oh, okay. Gilbert.
my wife.
Gilbert's the answer. That shit was hilarious.
See, we've been joking around that like Sky Blue would be fantastic with security guards coming down to the ring.
You just want to see Sky Blue. That you don't care what the scenario is.
Yeah, but that's neither here nor there for the
Okay.
purpose of this question.
I thought about
Do
this
we
for a
think-
while, but I forgot. Anyways, continue. Sorry, Pat.
Do we think that Ricky Shane Page would like get this entrance and then somehow trip?
Oh, he'd be
Or,
so
like-
bad at it.
Yeah, like I think that would be it has to be like some indie
He would
sleaze
get,
guy,
like- Really far ahead or really far behind the security guys.
or someone who would mistake them for actual cops.
Oh, that would be good because it would be Grim Reefer, and he would throw the joint. He'd be ditching the bag as soon as the security guards
Exactly.
get around him. Yeah, that's a good one.
All right. This one's just for this one's from Tim to Orchid. Correct sandwich eating strategy, and there's a picture here.
I had an even
You
better
describe the
sandwich
fucking
the
picture?
next day.
I mean, you don't have the you said holy shit, you've seen the picture.
It's a great picture, but I want to hear you just specifically describe what the sandwich looks like
It's
to
a
you.
So,
sandwich. What do we got in
Dan,
here? We got
it
turkey.
would be disrespectful. It'd be disrespectful for you not to describe it for our visually impaired listeners.
We got like
True.
it looks like
Accessibility.
I'm gonna call this a little hoagie with a turkey, lettuce. Is that bacon? Is that ham?
I think
Who
there
can
was
tell?
bacon in there. Yeah.
Bacon, turkey, lettuce, bacon, maybe some ranch. What's going
That's
on? What's the
buffalo
sauce in there?
turkey. FYI.
Buffalo turkey. That's oof.
Yeah, no sauce. No
No sauce. Well, I mean, you have buffalo turkey. If it was just regular turkey, I think you'd want a sauce, but
Yeah,
No mayo?
no mayo. I'm a dry guy.
No mayo. You're
is,
dry. You're
is there an
dry. Take
avocado
it
in
raw,
here, or is that
baby.
all lettuce?
There's avocado in there.
No, it's avocado.
Yeah. Okay.
There's avocado in there.
All right. What kind of
Okay, well,
cheese we
first
got
off,
going
Tim,
on?
thank you very much. That looks like a provolone to me. A provolone?
It is.
Okay.
Provolone.
Great. Tim, thank you very much for asking this question. Very important subject to me. Hoagie's different than a bread sandwich. So it's smart of you to ask this in the first place. The way your approach to a hoagie should be starting in the center. You could go
Of
back and
course.
forth. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Happy Pride Month. Yeah. Start in the center.
Perfect.
Do everything you possibly can to push as much meat to the ends as possible. That way that you're not getting your last bite that is just entirely just crust. It's got some meat in there. So you're being strategic here with each bite. Each bite you're trying to work a little bit harder. You're putting in some labor. The sandwich artisan was not able to do it for you. So yeah, you're taking some accountability here on your own. So yeah. Thank you very much though. I'm honored. I'm honored.
Absolutely correct, because I did fudge this one a little bit, and the final bite I ended up tossing in the trash. It was all crust. I couldn't push it to the max. Yeah, at that point it was all bread.
Bagley.
Who am I? Who am I?
Shouts to Bagley too, by the way. What a good dog. Sitting there, not begging for a sandwich. Fucking people's prince. Love to see it. Love the fun.
Yeah. She's a good girl.
Complete angel. Oh, my bad. Sorry for misgendering you, Bagley.
It's okay.
My
It's
my dog won't beg for food per se. I guess she does beg, but not audibly for me. She just stares at me. She'll sit and stare right into my soul.
Hey, but you know
My
what? She
cat
doesn't.
does that.
Dan, she doesn't beg audibly for you, but for the listeners, you can get a free subscription trial to Audible if you use the link in the description for Violent People.
If you buy 3 of the canceled mugs, I will buy you a month subscription after the trial's over. I think that math doesn't add up. I think I lose money there, but all right. Q for this one we got answered. Is Patron Saint of Six Sons of Bitches a VP podcast? Seems like yes.
Sure is.
I mean, now we're getting all that money. We just the rich get rich.
I think at this point it's kind of this patron saints, worn out tapes are like Violent People Wolfpack, and then we've got
Yes.
Cole's stuff, 2012 Royal Rumble, etc. Violent People Black and
Q&T.
White.
Yeah. Where
Q&T,
does
Q&T, you two are the outsiders.
Okay. That's fair.
Where does All You Could Hear fit into this equation? Are they like Rick Rude and he's dead?
That's
Shit. Is that a
NWO
threat to
Silver.
Tanner?
No, I'm asking a question.
Oh, okay.
I would never. I love that podcast.
You
Listen to
discovered
those
it
boys
7
say,
hours ago. What are you talking about?
I know, but it was so great. But it was just listening to those Southern boys say Japanese words. I was losing my mind. Komodo.
Orchid was listening to that and being like, finally, someone saying shit wrong even worse than me.
Smooches.
This question for this week's guest, this is to you, Tim, from Chris. Why are you ducking me? Wait, this is a typo. Why are you fucking me?
That's, honestly, because it feels good and I like to come. It's Pride Month. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
No, I mean, the real reason why I'm ducking Chris is because as a major fan of Muscle Orchestra, I feel like I would clamp up and I wouldn't be able to speak in the presence of either him or, the other co-host of Muscle Orchestra podcast that won't be named.
God, I can't wait for the second part of the IW Mid-South draft. I am ready.
That's
Ah.
BP 200, baby.
Fucking ready. Eamon's killing me for not doing a Chikara draft. We have another question here.
Happy
guys,
wedding to Eamon. Shout out.
hell yeah.
Yeah, we love.
Yeah. Good job getting,
I do
Trying to
know
not-
Orchid's anniversary date. That is on the Facebook.
nice. You think that's
Just let you guys
legit
know.
though? You think Orchid didn't put a false?
You think this is a false flag? You think they're
It could
Orchid's
be.
trying to
Could be a decoy
not-
date.
What if this isn't even her wife?
Yeah, that's true.
What if
Fake
this
wife?
is like a fake account? She's got
What if?
964 friends, so like she put some work into the fake account. I appreciate that.
That's
All
fair.
right, let's get back to these questions. Question for the pod. Guys, stop making me say so many things. Question for the pod. The 5 most correctly rated wrestlers of all time. I hate when we have the list because that's now 20 wrestlers. So I'm going to
Feel like
say
it's
the
not
answer are Terry Funk, Bryan Danielson, Kenta Kobashi, Ric Flair, and Steve Austin.
I disagree.
Well, it's on the list. I don't know what to tell you.
That's yours. I mean, that's yours. That's yours. I disagree with it.
I guess I said this one twice. So
Let's
that's good.
see. Let's see.
What's the best question to ask someone about the 2012 Royal Rumble?
Were you in it? Were you
Which
in the
guest on-
2012
Who
Royal
are
Rumble?
Which
Who are
guest?
the anonymous women you were having sex with?
Which guest on the worn out tapes tried to talk about the different part of the 2012 Royal Rumble? Like the act, like a different
was
match
me.
on the show. That was it really?
No, I don't know.
Oh, I just wanted
I
Pork's
don't
like,
know.
shut the
Maybe.
fuck up.
Yeah.
We only talk about the Rumble, and I really liked it. We got a bunch of people being silly. Hey, don't call me that. You can call me that if you want. I don't really mind. Please call me that. And then this one, what's the tallest building you've been to the top of? I think I've been to the top of the tallest building in the United States. Is the One Trade Center building or whatever? What is that called? You guys know the One World Trade Center? Is that the tallest building in the United States? I've
Shit.
been on that.
No idea.
What's the tallest building you guys have been on?
Probably Sears Tower. Sears Tower. That it? That's one,
No,
right?
that is it. I don't think it's called that anymore, but that is it.
Shouts to Sears.
Pat, you ever been on a tall building before?
Never.
Shit. Tim, do they have buildings on the West Coast?
No, we're still figuring it out. We do stuff lower to the ground. I think the tallest building I've been on the top of, I'm trying to remember. There was I think it was the Paris Las Vegas casino that had a roller coaster on the top of the fake Eiffel Tower, and that's probably it.
Yeah. Eamon, married man now. Question for the pod. Oh, married man shouldn't be asking these kind of questions, by the way. Who is the least slutty member of the podcast, and who is the sluttiest?
Well,
This-
Dan's the sluttiest. Dan
This
is the
question
sluttiest.
had me spinning out because I was like, how do you measure sluttiness? Is it your propensity for being a slut, or is it your all-time record of being a slut? Or is it your current
Is it who's
sluttification?
that is interesting. Who is currently the sluttiest or who is the
Right,
all-time sluttiest?
right. Or who
Is
has the
this
propensity to be the most slutty?
is this
Because,
like SPE, sluttiest podcasters ever, or is this like the 2026
right.
sluttiest podcasters? That's an
Correct.
interesting question.
Yeah. Because I've been in a monogamous, marriage for a decade at this point,
That's not
over a
slutty
decade
at
at this
all. I'm so
point.
sorry.
It's very unslutty, but
Yeah.
before that, I was pretty slutty, right? So it's like, okay, where does this come down? Like, how do we measure these
So I
things?
guess if that's the measure, then over the regular host, I'm the only married one, so I would be the least slutty in
Well,
that
you
scenario.
don't
Well,
oh,
I
yeah.
mean, if it's a monogamous marriage, I couldn't say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Guys, you want
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah. It is.
that really broke my heart because I forgot that Sam's not a host.
That's true.
I was like, "What do you mean Sam's married?" I'm like, "Oh, that asshole's not a host anymore." But, I mean, Pat could
I
be
know. I
going
miss having a
around
wife guy around.
he could be fucking every single woman
Yeah.
on the route for
He's
all I
the
know.
mail. He is
He's
the
the
mailman.
mailman.
That's a fucking stereotype that the mailman comes around and fucks your wife while you're at
And this
work,
guy's complaining
right?
about his neck, his back, his knees. Like, "Yeah, you've been fucking all day."
Because he's been doing sex raw dog style all day.
Raw dog. You
No,
gotta
not raw dog
Yeah,
style.
come
No,
on,
no,
not
that's
embod
irresponsible. Come
Yeah.
on.
Come on, that's the whole thing. The kid looks like the mailman because he busted, wild and free.
This is the
My
whole route of fucking kids who talk like Eeyore. That's fucking
No, no, no.
incredible.
We're not fucking kids on my route. Okay.
Oh!
Okay.
No,
You're
you fuck
making them.
you fuck the women. You're making
Yeah,
the
you fuck the
babies. You're
mom and you
making
make the
babies.
kid.
You fucked a
You are
woman in
giving birth.
June? That's homophobic. My nephew he's 13, he's 6 foot tall, 220
Okay, we're
pounds.
not talking about how slutty
No.
your nephew is.
No, he's first off, he's really slutty, but his stepdad, who's, been raising him his whole life, is like 5'7", and last year, this old man comes up to him and goes, "That's your son?" And he goes, "Yeah," and the old man goes, You gotta ask questions about that mailman." I guess because he's
Exactly.
so
That's
much
pretty
That's
taller,
tall.
I
Pat.
was like, "Oh, when you're
Yeah.
old, you say whatever the hell you want."
That's right. So
This
that's you,
question's from
Pat.
Ricky Ellman.
You're the mailman.
Question for the pod: which current TV show would most benefit from firing one of the main cast and recasting their role with Woody Harrelson with no explanation given? And who is it that's getting replaced?
RuPaul's Drag Race and the host.
That would be really good. Just Woody Harrelson's just like
Right.
and just starts hosting the show.
It would be awesome. I mean, it's not a current show anymore, but if Woody Harrelson took over for Sarah Jessica Parker on And Just Like That,
Uh, okay. Let me say Sarah Michelle Gellar and Woody Harrelson takes over on Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
You think that's a do you consider
well,
that a
they
current
tried
TV
to
show?
do that. That was the Chloe Zhao one that failed.
That's why it failed.
Yeah,
That's why
because
it
it
failed.
wasn't Woody Harrelson.
I can't think of TV shows that exist, so I'm at a loss.
Okay, there's a TV show called Bait. It's on
Oh,
like
what it
Apple TV. I've
Yeah, that's
recommended it too many. You know this? You know what I'm talking about?
I know that someone recommended that to me, and I said I didn't think people watched things on Apple TV.
Yeah.
I
So
do.
Rez Ahmed plays an Indian guy living in England who's trying to get cast as James Bond. Now replace him with Woody Harrelson, and Woody Harrelson is pretending to be a Pakistani man trying to get the role of James Bond, and now we're talking. Now we're cooking.
Could they put Woody Harrelson in, like, Baby Yoda's outfit? Question for the pod
Now
is from Cole. In honor of Pride Month, which current TV show would most benefit from firing one of the main cast and recasting their role with gay actor Michael Douglas?
Not a current show, but Alex Belladell on the Gilmore Girls.
I am going to say this is one that just ended, but gay actor Michael Douglas replacing Zendaya on Euphoria
That's
There you
good.
go.
probably
That's
would have
good.
been a great or even just as Jacob Elordi. Michael Douglas gets saying like, "Sydney Sweeney, I'm your husband, Michael Douglas." And she's like, "But you're gay," etc.
I'm gonna say we replace Stavros Halkias on Stavi's World with gay actor Michael Douglas.
Let's just put gay actor Michael Douglas in Stranger Things. Maybe I'd watch it then, and I'd get to know what everyone's talking
And gayer
about.
things.
Gay there we go. Q for the P, this is from Chris. Have you considered replacing me with Woody
Wait,
Harrelson?
wait, wait. Before we move on, how has Effie not titled an indie show "Gayer Things" with the same like logo
Yeah.
treatment
It is
as Stranger Things?
crazy because I
Because
saw
he's not
he's
Effie
just
dumb.
gay, he's also stupid.
I saw Effie on a show in, like, somewhere random, like, Oklahoma, and every show he's on, they're like, "We're gonna give it a almost certainly homophobic name," just as, like, a little, "Oh, Effie's in town." And I'm like, "Does he get the weigh in on this, or is just different promoters get to just"
Yeah, it's like it again.
Well,
Once
if you
again,
listen to Effie's podcast, which I do, he talks about indie promoters enjoying that people from like the queer cultures in a given area will not necessarily come out for a wrestling show, but they'll see a poster and say like, "Oh, this is a gay wrestling show. That looks fun." So I think that's just down to promoters hoping to sell like 5 extra tickets.
Mm.
Now
it's
this is from
it's honestly it's using Effie as like the force field as the titular. At this point, I'm already calling my shot. The husband of the bisexual wife. It's like it's using Effie as your force field to be able to be as homophobic as you like for the name of your show because you booked Effie.
okay. Now that you said that, we will be booking Effie for the Violent People Produce show. Chris wants to know if we've considered replacing him with Woody Harrelson.
No, did you? Isn't it awesome how everyone so quickly turned on that Montreal produce show? They announced the main event, and like 4 people in the Discord were immediately like, "Well, I guess I'm not traveling to this."
People were
Yeah.
so excited.
What was it? It's
It's
Beast Dog
Gresham.
versus
It yeah, it's Beast Dog versus Gresham and Green Phantom.
Green Phantom. That's kind of cool, right?
I'd say
People
three
like him.
quarters of that rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see everyone in that match aside from Beastman because Beastman fucking sucks.
Speaking
The
of
Leo
that,
Rush of the Indies.
Dan, were you not on the recent episode where they were going through episode titles and they talked about the band your ass episode and were acting like they didn't understand what the reference was?
I understood the reference. I
Okay.
didn't feel the need to call it out.
You didn't chime in.
I didn't chime in. I mean, people should listen to that Talking Turnies episode about it. It's a good
Yeah.
episode.
Okay.
Good show.
Because
Back
I
in the
was
day
like,
now.
how do you guys not get the reference? Anyway.
I don't remember anything we talk about on this show ever. Like I
Well, you
Well,
ju
that
go
makes
through the
sense because it was
show
not
and
this
then
show.
okay, well, and then I go to bed and I just empty my brain of anything we discussed in the last 2 hours.
I mean, you heard me defend Perry Saturn, who I said should have been dead last week. So week to week, you don't know. I don't know anything.
That's true.
But yeah, Chris wants to know if we've considered replacing with Woody Harrelson with no
No.
explanation given. I would
No.
give an explanation. It would be that Woody Harrelson would be better co-host.
No, he wouldn't. If we keep this up, every episode is gonna last 7 fucking hours. We need him to be here
We
and
Mm.
need
be
Woody
quiet.
Harrelson.
I think Woody Harrelson would probably have a hard out.
That's true.
We'd have to work around.
And you'd honor that? You'd honor that.
Absolutely not. The sleepiest Pork's ever been, I was like, "We're gonna keep going." Question for the podcast. Which wrestler have you changed your opinion the most on in recent years, where that change wasn't largely driven by them getting a lot better slash worse?
I got a really easy answer for this
Hear it.
one. For me, it was Tanahashi. I never really got it until the retirement match. After the retirement match, it all clicked into place, which has been great because like I like somewhat enjoyed his work, but not that much. But now like I completely think he's one of the fucking greatest of all time. So it's been fun going back to his work.
Um, I started liking Matt Riddle way more when all the personal stuff came out.
I mean, how can you not? I mean, you're spending all those romantic, those going on like little lazy river, floats, I guess, like in Discovery Cove.
Pat, do you have one?
I'm thinking
I
hmm,
I'll go if you're still thinking. Was basically the
yeah,
point I was
go because
doing.
I'm still thinking about it.
Mine is probably Walter slash Gunther. Um, because I used to like him a lot, and then after I saw him like brutalize Sammy Guevara live, that was the beginning of like me like slightly questioning my opinion of him. And then over the years since then, I've just like not seeing him in person and him doing like WWE shit primarily has really like soured me on him. Where like I used to be like moderately high on him, and then just over the years I've been like I've gone back into my Bret Hart bag and being like, it doesn't take a lot of talent just to stiff a guy. And then also the fact that like he just does boring matches in WWE, even though he like theoretically hasn't gotten any worse. I've just like really like dropped off in my opinion of him.
I feel like in a similar vein, that's me with CM Punk. I don't think CM Punk has gotten worse as a wrestler.
If
I
anything, he's
just
gotten
think I've
better.
I think I've gotten over him. Like the talk, it used to be that he was everyone's special little guy. Um, he was, someone that people could. I don't know if it was that people identify with him. I clicked with him and then I didn't click with him anymore. And maybe it's just because he's not going around being a weird little freak and starting drama in very public and unnecessary ways. Though which Nemeth was it who was, I think it was Ryan Nemeth who was like, oh yeah, I'm straight edge, but now, except for PEDs, that could get very messy and funny. And I'm looking forward, I might be back on CM Punk if it turns into like him suing Ryan Nemeth over saying he's on steroids when he very visibly appears to be on steroids. But I don't know. CM Punk, I've just kind of fallen out of love with him.
Yeah, Punk was a hard one for me when I did my GWE ballot because I definitely put him lower than I should have, but that was like 100% like colored by just my opinion on him right now. So I agree with you.
You're still upset that he hurt Jack Perry's feelings. Is that
Yeah,
why?
exactly. Yeah, you know me, I'm a huge. This is not even a joke. It sounds like I'm being sarcastic, but I'm a major Jungle Jack fan. So yeah, I hold a grudge.
He was, his match was among the better ones, the collective weekend,
That's true.
the tag match he did.
Yeah, yeah. Was one of like two good matches on any of those shows, and that's I guess I will just exclude Royce Isaacs matches because I have to recuse myself.
This last weekend, I don't know why I feel the need to tell the story, but you talk about suing. This last weekend, the tattoo artist who put the "Curse Violent People" logo on my arm married my ex-girlfriend, and he's suing his
Nice.
sister because his sister keeps posting on Facebook that at the wedding he was drunk and kicked his niece really hard. And I just think that's why Facebook exists. Like I would never know
Yeah,
that. Like
that's the kind of drama. Yeah,
that's what
you're
I'm
just
here
not gonna
for.
get. Yeah,
You're not gonna get
that's
that in
so good.
wrestling.
I haven't been on Facebook in years until I just accidentally did it to add you. And now I think you're gonna win me back. I'm
Right.
seeing what you're doing on there, leaving incredible. You're leaving incredible reviews of local bars,
Have I
fucking real estate.
have I left reviews of bars?
Shall I?
Uh,
Welcome to the patron saint of local businesses.
I don't
I
know.
wouldn't
I
recommend
don't know what
Brooks
this
The
is.
Bar
patron
and
saints of
Grill to
local
anyone.
businesses is
That's
very good.
that's a good.
I don't even know this
I
place.
wouldn't recommend Brooks's Bar and Grill to anyone. The ownership clearly doesn't care about supporting local
Oh, I
businesses.
know
It's
what this is.
disappointing to see a place that could uplift the community choose to act in such a despicable manner. Worse yet, the way they treat their employees is appalling. Overworked, underappreciated, and for what I've seen, even publicly berated. No one deserves to be treated like that, especially the hardworking staff who are the only redeeming part of this place. I almost work out in the tears. It's just such an advocate for
First off, I'm so tired
for
of
the people.
sometimes I'm the fucking, like, I'm like a rich millionaire who's killing the working class, and now I'm supporting a waitress and you're mad? And by the way, I didn't leave that
I'm
review.
not mad. I just said I'm appreciative. What the fuck?
I'm
Did
mad.
you say
peop
I'm so tired? I like the way that you opened that out like a Fugazi song, man. I'm
I,
so tired.
no, I don't remember what happened, but somebody was like, "Can I please post this review? This bar is fucking over waitresses." I was like, "Whatever." And now I'm
Who?
looking at it, it's like, "Oh, they clearly GPT'd that," but I just let them leave it.
Dan,
The only other review I left, this one is me, Classy Cleaners, I did review them.
Can't say enough about it. Shouts to Bethany and Darla.
They're good people.
Yeah, I believe it.
that's
You highly
right.
recommend.
Actually,
They
I
left you
don't even
clean
use
as a
it.
whistle,
I gotta
huh?
be honest, I don't even use them anymore. I have different cleaning ladies now.
Oh
You Darcy.
no.
Uh,
God damn it,
Darla, they
Dan.
don't even
Is
work
this a sex
together.
thing?
They don't even work together. I wish.
Oh.
Bethany could get it. Alright, Q for the P. Are the Knicks fans performative? Yes. They're performative and they're bad and they're
No.
Nick
wrong.
Hogan? Of course. I always
No.
thought that when Dylan Hales would do the fucking Nick Hogan thing, it was definitely performative. I can't believe that shit. Now, the stuff he said about John Cena being better than any pillar, that was true and just real. But the Nick Hogan stuff was clearly performative. Anyway,
Chris, one more Q for the P. What should my next vacation movie watch be? Any of the major streaming services are in play. Now, I first read this as like Christmas vacation, Vegas vacation, but I'm now realizing he's
sure.
on vacation.
I'll tell him the next time I take a
Yeah.
vacation, which has been never in my entire life. So
Shit, that's unfortunate. You can come to Austin July 3rd through 10th. I'm
When
staying
you
at
live
Orchid.
in LA, why go anywhere
Yeah, have
else?
fun with
exactly.
Dan.
No, I've gone places. I've just never taken a vacation from work. Dan, you would appreciate that. I'm a good worker.
Yeah,
You know?
I think the
Respect the
working class should
boss.
never stop. I
Yeah.
hate quiet quitting.
Exactly.
Bullshit. I watched The Beekeeper last night, and is it a good movie? I don't know. It has Jason Statham in it, so it's a good movie.
Once again, the beekeeper. Are we talking about my fucking marriage?
Fucking
Got
women.
his
Oh my
ass.
god.
Got his ass.
Orchid, you got any movies
Chris
for
already
Chris
saw
to
that.
watch?
Yeah. So what? One of my favorite things to do. First thing I do when I log a movie on Letterboxd is I go see what Chris said because usually he's seen it. I watched the movie this week that Chris hasn't seen. It's called Mr. Vampire, 1985, director Ricky Lau. Right up his alley. Yeah, it's a kung fu movie about a really stupid vampire. I kept thinking it would be a Pat movie, but it didn't get like gross or weird enough, special effects wise. Mise en scène is right up Pat's alley. I think Chris will like it.
Pat's like, I've seen the one
Channel.
that's actually halfway through turns into a porn. It's really good. It's like Mr. and
It
Mrs.
is? Yeah,
Vampire.
no. Hey, all right. So my recommendation, Chris, you're on vacation. Just watch some porno. Who gives a shit?
Enjoy
You know,
yourself.
just
He's with his
Whack it off.
family.
Oh, sorry, they don't have doors there?
yeah.
Movie last night, or me and my wife watching a movie last night called it's a Lifetime movie called My Secret Life. And it's about this was famously captured on an episode of the Adam Freeland show. But it's about a kid who's a swimming star, but he gets too addicted to jerking off. It was fucking unbelievable.
Well, that sounds
Wait, they actually made a Lifetime movie about compulsive masturbation?
They did. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And from it's
That's
from
so good.
2005 too. So it's like this like
2005.
yeah.
Did they even
Yeah.
say masturbation on Lifetime at that point?
They talked about him watching porn a lot. I don't know if they I don't remember if they
Ooh,
said the word
Dateless to Dangerous, My Son's Secret Life.
Wait,
That sounds
they made a
fucking awesome.
Gooner movie in 2005?
Yeah, and like his like little brother is like, "Hey, what are you watching?" He's like, "No, you can't tell mom. It's fucking fucked up."
It's just the fucking Tim Meadows scene from
Oh,
Walk Hard.
yes. Yeah, with the egg. You can watch a little porn.
Any of you guys watch
Just get out of here, little brother. You don't want
Oh.
none of this shit. And meanwhile, he's just jacking his shit off while he says that.
Sorry, Pat. I was thinking of Tim Robbins in the with the egg, the nude egg. Now I remember what you were
Well,
talking about. Yes.
that one could work too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what do you recommend?
I had something there for a minute, but I forgot it. Anyways. I would recommend watching some Kurosawa. Yeah, watch some The Ronin. Yeah.
You know what? I just today saw the movie Pressure. and
Okay.
I give it a recommend. It's not on streaming anywhere, but if you want to go to a movie theater while you're on vacation, Pressure was very good. It's about the Brendan Fraser plays Eisenhower in the sense that it is at no point in the movie do you ever doubt that it's just Brendan Fraser. Um, the
I
same way
can
that
see
George
that.
Clooney technically plays people, but it's always just kind of George Clooney.
Right. Right.
But the guy who played Moriarty on Sherlock
Andrew
is
Scott.
a meteorologist, Andrew Scott. Um, it's him and another meteorologist, and they are giving differing forecasts on the weather for D-Day. And it's the kind of movie where it's like seeing a thing about Abraham Lincoln where you know how it ends. There's no suspense about like, oh, I hope Abraham Lincoln goes to the play and has a fun time.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Um, but
How was the
it's
play,
still a
Mrs.
very
Mrs. Lincoln? Yeah.
it's still a very tense movie for a movie where you know the outcome. And I was very impressed with their ability to take something where as soon as they show what the date is, they start saying D-Day is June 5th. I'm like, well, I know that's not correct. So obviously they have to change the date of D-Day, but how they go about that and the performances leading up to it are very enjoyable. So yeah, there's that. Also, I watched Full Metal Jacket. It taught me a lot about how to train future mailmen.
Didn't you guys watch that Netflix documentary, The Crash?
Uh,
Not
no.
yet.
Never mind.
Oh,
I was
wait,
gonna say
maybe.
that's like my hometown. That's like where I went to high school and stuff. I graduated with Christine Roos.
Oh, wait, no. Shit, I did watch that. Yeah, no, fuck, that's where you went to high school? Oh, my
Well,
wife's
I
gonna
didn't go
be
to
so
high
happy to hear
school
that.
where the kid went because my high school doesn't exist anymore, but his older sister and me graduated that together.
That was a crazy movie.
Yeah.
Man, that's nuts.
Which,
That
like,
kid's tripping.
it's really
Alright.
funny. The last time I spoke to her, because I wanted to go see, because I vaguely knew that her brother died, but I'm like, when's the last time I spoke to her? I didn't realize at the time. The last time I spoke to her was like 2 months after he died in this horrific car accident, and I'm asking her if she can cut me a deal on her Airbnb,
Nice. Did she?
and she did.
Hold on.
She did. She did.
Okay. Okay.
She waived the cleaning fee.
I had it locked and loaded. You know what I was about to say, Dan. I was going to call her a
Shit.
massive, B word. But
Well,
it sounds like she narrowly missed. She was going to get it. She was going to
she
be
was gonna
on
get
the
it.
big book, on God's big book. She was going to be written down.
Q for the pod. Favorite TV show finale have we been answered this one like 7 times?
Yes.
Okay,
But
it's still
there's
family
been
meeting.
new TV since. There's
I
always
guess
a
you're right.
chance
I guess you're right.
that,
That's the thing.
yeah,
Every time a TV show ends, we have to
yeah. We have to
ask it again because Hacks
reassess
has
because
ended, Euphoria's ended.
People like the ending
I
of
would,
Hacks.
whatever. It was fine.
It's like how Sam is ranking every 2CW match. Eventually, we have to slot all these
That's true.
TV
That's true.
finales.
I want to
Yeah.
state for the
Did
record,
Sam?
I have
By the
watched
way,
none of Hacks. Oh yeah, Sam
when
did
we
some
were plugging
2CW
shit,
work. Read that.
when we were yeah, I think we forgot to plug 2CW doing the work. So
Yes.
It's like a cool thing to watch someone be like, "Hey, my favorite hometown promotion sucks shit, and all the matches are bad."
Yeah. I keep reading it being like, "Oh, I'm gonna watch one of these," and
Oh my god, there's
he's talking me out of
no,
it.
yeah. There's been matches that I'll read and I'll go, "Hey, I might watch that."
Yep,
And
yep, and then by the end of the paragraph, I'm like, "Oh, maybe not."
yeah, I was like, "I guess I'm not gonna
Yep.
watch that."
I do have to circling unless you guys want to continue talking about Sam, which I can definitely
Always.
do infinitum. Um, but I will circle back to the actual question and say that since the last time you've answered this, I think that I would say the best series TV show finale was Half Man. I recommend people watch Half Man, but the season finale especially is fucking insane. Uh, so check that out. If you like violent gay shit, Half Man is sick.
If you're on this website, you like violent gay shit.
Yeah, if you're into BDSM and man on man,
I do have to
style.
say, do season finales count? I guess it doesn't
This
specify,
is
but
this was a limited series,
oh, okay.
so but yes, but even still, I think a season finale could count,
Next question. Q for the pod. Who's winning the World Cup?
One. Iran? Is that what you said?
I can't
Yeah.
remember.
Wait, is this about soccer?
Yeah.
Iran
I
is
just got a
winning
new phone.
overall.
I'm not logged into DraftKings. Whatever team the guy I put a bet on plays for, they should do well. You guys see that? I've had a new phone for hours. I only have DraftKings downloaded and logged in.
I'm so proud of you.
Um, question for the podcast: if you could be a different nationality, which nationality
We're
would
not
you
answering
choose?
this question.
You
Yes.
forwarded
We're
it to
not
the
answering
Yes.
this
thing.
question.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
We're
We're
not
doing it.
answering the
Which
question.
would you not be?
Which would I not be?
That we're not answering that question either.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, you know what? If I had to start anew as a new nationality, I think I would be Scottish. I
Yeah.
generally find the weather there agreeable, and I think my voice would I would probably be able to tolerate my voice on a recording more if I had a Scottish accent.
You sound cute as Scottish. Would your voice be as deep?
Probably the thing with my voice is when
Mhm.
I talk, I don't hear how kind of like when I listen back to myself, it seems like everything I say, I'm kind of bending downward at the end of saying it. And I don't perceive that when I'm saying it. I think like, "Oh, I'm, like, picking it up as I talk," and then I listen to it, and I'm just kind of going like this, and I'm like, "I don't hear that in myself at all." So I think I might have some kind of brain disorder.
That's normal.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, are you saying that because most Scottish people are dumb, you would fit in really well?
Yeah.
Fair. I was trying to pull up the sound bit, but then I was like, God, I would have to like redo everything so I could play drops on here because I did not set this up. But I mean, come on, the obvious answer is Chinese. If you're gonna pick right now what you could be, Chinese. Like they're killing it. Like what other nationality would you want to be?
I also just to follow up on the Scottish thing, I lived in Glasgow for a while, and I do think that going from Boston to Glasgow was surprisingly, like, not as much of a crazy shift as you would think.
I'm not too shocked by that.
Like, going from LA to Glasgow would probably be crazy. Going from Austin to
Mm.
Glasgow, likewise, but
Mhm.
Boston to Glasgow felt pretty lateral.
Yeah.
All right.
Question for the podcast. Oh, I want to be black. Question for the podcast: should the Wizards trade their number one overall
That's
pick?
not a nationality, you racist son of a bitch. There's
Damn it.
different. There. God damn it.
Damn it. I lost
This is not a
track
country
what
of
we're talking about.
black. Yeah. Anyway.
Should the Wizards trade
No.
their number one overall pick? I feel like Orchid's gonna say no, but why not?
I don't know. This is a really weird year to get I mean, I feel like the last time the Wizards had the number one pick, it was pretty clear. Go John Wall. I hate this draft because it's like I keep thinking I don't know who I want, but the last thing I want is to pick. I don't want to pick the next RJ Barrett. And then have number two be I don't know, somebody who's not RJ Barrett who got picked number two and was better, like Jordan. There we go. He was three, but still. Yeah, no, I think I would not be upset with them trading back. If anything, it would ease my anxiety significantly more than getting locked into the guy who decided to be a cool idea to go to the Mormon school. I don't trust that guy. I don't know. I'm not. I don't feel. I don't feel good about it. Who decides to go to Salt Lake City? It's freaky.
Okay, who's asking this
I would
question?
say that the Wizards should not be allowed to draft first just because they already have Magic. Seems
Oh
unfair.
my god.
Aw.
It's you,
Aw.
Orchid. I'm
Me?
like
You
I'm
mean me? Yeah.
insulted by this next question. It's you. What's the worst
What's the
position to
question?
walk in on your girlfriend fucking another guy in a movie? Because they usually have the girl on top when they do this, but I think doggy style would be the most
Oh,
humiliating.
you meant like if you were in a movie, not that you walked in on them fucking and they're like they are watching a movie or whatever. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the question.
So
I
what do you
think.
mean you think
I don't
you
know.
asked it? You should know more than anyone what the question is.
I don't, unfortunately.
Okay, doggy's bad
Listeners
because
of
they
the
can both look at you, but I almost think maybe like reverse cowgirl. Because then it's
Doggy
like I
from
kind of have to like
behind.
crane my neck
No,
around her to see like who is that? Like she's staring me in the eyes,
Dan,
she's shocked, but I'm like, who's happening? What's up?
Dan, you have to think about it though. If they're doing doggy, you could also get the good luck of coming in behind them. So you have sneak of advantage on both of them. And now you can roll at least 5 or 10 D12 of damage on them.
That's a fair point. I think the worst position that you could find them in is your girlfriend is lying under a glass table and the guy
Yes.
is squatting
Mhm.
on top of it.
Yep.
That
That's what we
would
call Jimmy
be
Jam
the
style.
worst.
Do you
That's
know
where
what?
my
Yeah.
brain went
Do
too.
you know what
That's where my
actually
brain
might
went
be
too.
really,
Yeah.
really bad is if they're like missionary panties pulled to the side and they both seem really bored. Like they don't even really like
Oh,
it,
like
but
they're
they're
just getting the poison out style
so
sex?
it's like, man, like you can't even have bad sex with me.
Nah,
I'm the
I could
king of
do
that
that.
shit.
I could
Yeah.
I could just barely lay lazy pipe while you stand there and sit there and pretend. Okay. So my answer is none of the above. I don't care, and I'm going to just reference a joke from Nick Thune that I always appreciated, where he said, "I walked in on my friend masturbating, um, and that sounds confusing because what I did was I walked into his room while I was masturbating. So if I walk in on my wife having sex, I'm gonna walk in to
Oh,
her while I'm masturbating."
I get it. Question for the pod. I'm actually not on Discord right now. Question for the pod. Is Jim Cornette guesting this week? No.
Nope.
Kind of.
Q for the P.
Just him.
Blueberries or raspberries? I actually bought both today.
Fair.
Ooh.
I hate to tell you, but
Okay.
I would choose raspberries though.
So the answer is it depends on if you're on Truth Social or not. Because on Truth Social, they tell you that blueberries are poison. But
Glad you know
otherwise,
that.
both.
Blueberries do feel like they feel more woke than raspberries.
That's true. Because they have what's it called? They have antioxidants in them. You know?
Ugh, I want more
Yeah.
oxidants. Makes
I want oxidants.
I thought antioxidants were like really a thing of whatever. Okay. Yeah, no,
The
you're right.
antioxidants are good for wokes. Wokes like antioxidants.
I thought they all like whatever. I don't care.
if you
You're
could
trying to do
execute
RFK style, right?
No, I'm moving on. But yeah, maybe. I don't know.
if you could execute any finishing move perfectly, what would it be? Probably like tombstone pile driver on that bitch wife who cheated on me. Stealing Tim joke
Right.
there.
It's pretty good.
Your wife cheated on you?
I know. In multiple different
I mean,
positions, this sounds like.
I'm probably doing whatever the fuck Don Chuckadino calls the, gay sex pile driver thing.
That's the Dan Shoku drive.
Yes.
There you
That's
go.
mine. Yeah.
Did Tony Storm ever win a match with her hip thrust?
She won my
Yes.
heart.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be mine. But I can do that perfectly, so I have to be something cooler.
Oh, that's true.
Let's see.
Fuck.
I would do a psycho driver. I don't think I have the upper arm strength for it. So like if I can, I would love to do I would love to psycho drive Dan. That would be fucking incredible.
Okay.
4 specifically.
Keep going. Sorry.
Well, final question. Q for the P. Meltzer or Metzler?
I will just quickly say I went to grad school with a girl named Diana Meltzer, and I called her Diana Metzler for 2 years, and it drove her fucking crazy, and now I can't pronounce that guy's name right for the life of me. So, thanks, Diana.
I'm trying to look her
So
up on
for moral
Facebook right
support,
this second.
for moral support, I will never call him anything but Metzler, just because I respect and love Orchid too much.
That's beautiful.
Happy Pride, girls.
Let's go, girls.
Yeah, sure. You guys have a good
Audrey
time?
Metzler,
Eh,
to a degree.
it's gone long, and here's the thing: I don't
Okay.
like when podcasts go long.
Mm-hmm. I'm
We
gonna
haven't
The
gone
release.
last
that
time you
long.
were on this podcast,
It's my
you were on
yeah,
a podcast, it
yeah.
went 3 hours and 35
It went
minutes.
longer
I'm gonna
than it
release
should
this
have.
in 2 parts.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna
I
do the
can't
good
fucking
half and
help
the
it.
bad half.
Here's the thing, though. I feel like it wasn't there. Like you can look at it, and it's not a lot of me talking. I can't help
No,
that
but
I
you
make it
encouraged a
go
lot of
longer.
conversation.
It's true. That's
You
true.
encouraged a lot of conversation. And I think this is I was been this entire time I was like, can you imagine if Chris spoke as much as Tim did?
It would be terrible. Wait,
be
no, I don't
something.
mean it like that because I think it would be good if Chris talked a lot.
Yeah, you said I don't want to fucking hear that guy talk. What's the shortest episode of Violent People ever? Do anyone know? It's well
It
over an
had to
hour
have
still.
Sam on it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It had to have Sam on it
Yeah,
because he's short. Y'all
I
get
got
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that? Was that Tanner?
What's the widest episode? No,
He's so dark woke. Last week's episode was only an hour and 17 minutes.
Last week's was only an hour and 17? There's
Yeah.
no way that's true.
It is.
Last week's episode was 130 minutes. That's 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Maybe you trim something down. Oh no, that's how much time I have left in the episode. Okay, never mind. I take it back.
It looks like we did it. The shortest episode might be
hold on. Wait. Sorry. Orchid, you listen to every episode of the podcast?
I'm trying to get better at podcasting, so yeah.
I might not be
That's
on the
not how
shortest
you get
episode.
better at podcasting. That's not how you get
Listening-
better at podcasting.
Don't listen
I'm
to him.
learning that.
Don't listen to him.
You
Listening
get
to
better
us
at
do this.
podcasting. Go ahead, Dan.
But listening to
No,
less
this is how you get
podcasts.
better. You got to listen to us. We're all masters
No.
at this, so just listen to
No.
it.
Oh yeah, that's
No.
100% accurate.
You get better at podcasting by eating fast food and posting links to your Patreon.
I could do that. I'm about to get fast food, so
What are you getting?
I don't know. I haven't made my mind yet. Do you Taco Bell or Wingstop? You know me, my Wingstop.
I don't like
I
Wingstop.
love Wingstop.
There's a
I love
Wingstop in
Wingstop.
my neighborhood I've been meaning to eat for the first time in 5-10 years. I haven't had Wingstop. I gotta try it someday. The wings are the fries are so floppy. That's my biggest issue.
You gotta get the voodoo fries. You gotta get
What's
the
that?
Voodoo?
Voodoo?
Fries, get 'em
Okay.
extra crispy.
All right, I'll try it.
Okay,
someday,
the
but-
shortest episode in VPR history is Violent People Radio number 60. This is one of my favorites. The Boy Who Was Maybe Magic.
That's one of the best episodes. That is
Shit.
highly one of the best episodes.
That just remember.
All right, I'm gonna hop. Love you guys. Mean
No, Orchid, you have to wait.
it. We're still recording. Why are we
Yes.
still recording?
Yeah, I don't.
Why are we still
I haven't
recording?
ended the episode yet. I don't know. You're just gonna
Yeah.
leave in the middle of an
You
episode?
can't go. Pat, Pat, are you still there?
Yeah,
Okay.
but he's not.
I'm still
That's
here.
not
You
rude.
can't go. I have to tell you, I just remembered.
Orchid,
It just remembered me. No, Orchid wants
just
to hear
remembered me.
this. Yeah, it just remembered me. Orchid, you have to know about the Kid Cash thing.
What about it?
It's very simple. It's nothing, and it's absolutely not worth you
The
waiting for
story.
it. Yes. My related to Kid Cash thing was like I said, it was absolutely nothing, which is that my first AOL Instant Messenger IM name was Kid effing Cash.